North Point Bank versus Maurice Warner and Mary McAvoy and all other occupants.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. J. Latif Baig, BAIG, bar number P 36820 on behalf of plaintiff.
Nancy Warren's in.
Oh, there she is. Warner?
Yes, hello.
Hello. Okay, we'll need a camera, but where are we on this case?
Well, I think at the last hearing, she was going to seek legal counsel, and I believe she wanted access to the premises to remove some belongings. But we have a concern with that because Northfield Township has placed a notice that the premises is not to be occupied as an unsafe structure, and at the posting here. So we'll let her speak.
Did they red tag it or?
Yeah, they just, I'll provide a copy to your courthouse here. This is what.
Got it. What, Ms. Warner, what items are you looking to have removed from there?
Good afternoon, Honorable Judge Simpson.
Afternoon.
I was trying to obtain counsel. The names on this document is Maurice Warner, Mary Ann McAvoy. Both parties are deceased. It also states other occupants. I guess that's me. I petitioned the court for personal representative of informal estate. I presented that to Carrie at North Point Bank. They continued to take monthly mortgage payments for like a year and a half. I asked for help to redirect me to some type of new mortgage, some type of financing. Anyway, here we sit. I just got stuck in grief and depression. I put the property for sale. I have a purchaser. His secretary wants to draw up a purchase agreement. I need to contact North Point Bank to see what is owing. No one at North Point Bank is acknowledging me. They said it went to Senlar. I don't know who Senlar is. I talked with Carrie at North Point Bank after Maurice's death and took care of more payments. Now, I did find a purchaser of the property.
Right, but I think the redemption period has expired.
Redemption period has expired. Unfortunately, Ms. Warner, to my knowledge, is not on the mortgage, is not on the property. So that's why North Point Bank wouldn't talk to her because she's.
Right, I got that. So, ma'am, is there property? Is there personal property that's at that residence that you're trying to remove?
Yes, Your Honor. Maurice bought a lot of equipment. There's a pole barn with equipment. There's multiple vehicles. There's a brand new plumbing system in the basement. All those things need to be taken out. I have a storage. I can put them all in. I want to go ahead and clear and clean. And I have a man that definitely wants to purchase the property. He sent his team out to do a perk test. They did find a perk. I want to take care of this and go on with my life. I don't feel that North Point Bank was looking out for my best interest. I want things to just be settled now.
Okay, but you understand that the property was foreclosed on.
Right.
And that the owners of the property now are North Point Bank.
I petitioned twice to stop the foreclosures. They did adjourn them. The last one I did not know about. They said they sell it now belongs to Senlar. And I wasn't made aware of that. I don't think they have kept good contact with me or helped me one darn bit.
Okay, but ma'am, I don't know that I can do much about that. What I do know is that they're the owner of the premises. And what they're asking me to do is to give them a judgment so they can do an eviction of the premises. The problem that we have here is, and I think I could fashion something in a way to try to get it so that you can at least get the property, but not fixtures from the premises.
Let me offer a solution, Your Honor.
Hold on a second. I just want to make sure she understands.
Sure.
So we're gonna try to do that, but one of the things that we have is that part of that property, the township has indicated cannot be occupied.
May I speak?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. The house is condemned. There is a sticker on it. They boarded it up. That's fine. The man that wants to purchase the property said, fine. He's going to knock it down. He did a perk test. He wants to build a home further back on the property. It's a beautiful
gonna be
piece of
between-
rural land.
All right, but ma'am, I'm not gonna have anything to do with that.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, okay, real quick before I hear from counsel. You've indicated that there's a pole barn that there's property in that you want to remove and put
Yes.
into storage. Okay. Is there property in the house or the condemned structure that you're trying to get?
Yes, there's a brand new water filtering system in the basement. There's new refrigerator, new freezer.
All right. Counsel,
Outside,
what-
there's a Kubota tractor. There's a four-wheeler.
All
In
right,
the barn, he has it's an Argo. It drives across water. It's a
yes,
piece of equipment.
yep, I know. All right, counsel, what were you gonna suggest?
Okay, well, first of all, I think the water filtration system is probably a fixture, but be that as it, and not subject to removal, but be that as may, I think if she and whoever is going to help her remove the personal property, if they would sign a release of liability that for both from both the bank, the plaintiff, and also the real estate agent that's managing the property. I think that would at least allow her access to remove the property. They'd want to also confirm that that it's Miss Warner signing the release, so she would need to show some sort of ID, as well as anyone else that she brings to help her.
Yes, that would be great.
Okay,
And then maybe give her, let's say, 4 weeks.
to try to get it off there, give a judgment. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do, Miss Warner.
I do a judgment with a writ date
4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks.
out, yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, because I'm not finding that there's a tribal issue, but I want you to be able to get the property off. I'm gonna find no tribal issue. I'm gonna grant a judgment for possession. There's no redemption amount. The writ date, or the date at which they could have you removed from the premises or remove the property from the premises, I will make.
It's March 10th. I mean, April 10th, I'm sorry.
Would be 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I'm gonna do April 13th, that Monday.
That's fine.
I'm gonna give you till April 13th, 2026. And after that point, they can remove the property from the premises. All right.
Yes.
I want language under paragraph 10 in the judgment that the parties will execute a release of liability for those entering the premises to remove items,
Yes,
period. All right?
Your Honor, Washington
Yes.
County deadbolted front and back door.
The county did or the township?
Maybe it was Northfield Township or Washington County. I have no
Yeah.
access right now. I need to be able to get access to remove these
All right,
items.
so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna enter this judgment. You need to get to the township officials as to how you can at least get access, not for the purposes of occupying, but to remove the items from the home.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
Can I approach?
Yes. All right, so all right. All right, so you understand that, ma'am?
I can remove the property, you said.
Yes, but first thing that's gonna have to happen is need a release of liability, call counsel's office, get that done. Then into the premises. If you can't get in, you're gonna have to talk to the township about the bolts and other locks that are on the premises.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay, the sale of the property. Did North Point Bank sell it?
Ma'am, that is not before me.
Who would I address that with?
Pardon?
Who would I address that with, sir?
That has to be addressed, I would imagine, the circuit court. Individuals being deceased, it might be the probate court, but it's certainly not before my court.
Because Maury and his mom paid monthly mortgage after Maury passed away.
Yeah,
I continue to make monthly mortgage payments.
I heard you, but I
Right.
can't do anything with that.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much for your time. Have a good day.
You do the same.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Peninsular Place versus Faith Osai.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, Rebecca, plaintiff.
Hello.
Hi, Rebecca.
Do I have?
No, I don't.
Okay, I do not have a defendant. If you'd like to raise your right hand to be sworn and take a default. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I'd request a possession only default judgment. Rent to retain is $2,495.78. Court cost of $177.72 for a judgment of $2,673.50. Upon information belief, Ms. Osei is over the age of 18, not in military service, not incompetent, and the premises were kept in reasonable repair during the term of the lease.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days.
Your Honor, have a great weekend.
Okay, you do the same. Willow Ridge Apartments versus Taisha Johnson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sydney Katz on behalf of plaintiff.
In your name?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
Your name.
Taisha Johnson.
All right. All right, and where are we on this case?
Okay, so
Okay. Your Honor, there is still a balance due. I think we are now
Yes.
on the third or fourth case. Currently balance is, I can only see, that would be, give me once. $4,272, 4272. That amount includes costs. So it's $4,097 of rent, 175 of costs for a total of 4272.
All right. Ma'am, what do you have to say about that?
Okay, prior, I'm sorry, I'm just, my FaceTime is not defeat, okay? I'm
Mhm.
tired. Okay, so after I left court, I called Hawk as told, and I let them know, that I had the job. And so they asked me, so now they just told me that I make too much money, so now I don't qualify. So I called, I end up calling, a couple more places. So DHS, they told me that I need a check stub for 30 days, and I just started. So that, then she said, and they also needed proof of rent for 6 months back. I haven't even been here for, the six. I haven't been here 6 months. So right now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Sweepers and Dexter that make the John Deere all of
Mhm.
that's where I'm working at.
Okay.
And so I work 4 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And I just got off of work today. We only supposed to work Monday through Thursday, but Your Honor, I've been trying to pick up overtime and everything like that. I was offered another job that's across the street from where I stay. It's a restaurant called, but he was like, he can't really pay me what. So it's either if I would have took that job and I can walk across the street, then I would feel like they would have said, you don't make enough to continue with the rent. So so now I'm telling them I got the job and how much I get paid. Now they saying, oh, you make too much that you don't even qualify for the $3,000 that they said they were gonna help me with.
So, ma'am, how would you get this paid though? I mean,
um, since the day when I left your court, I've been working. I ain't quit the job because they said I make too much. I kept on going.
okay, but
I don't know. That's where I'm at that point. I don't know. Now that I make too much, do I quit that job and go find a job?
no, I wouldn't say do that because then you're gonna have.
Right. I even called up here. I didn't know they're gonna say things like, "Man, no, you can't talk to the judge." I just want to let you know that what I was doing. So
No, I got you. And I didn't think it would end up that way where Hawk would say that you make too much. But you've not paid anything thus far to the landlord.
I just got the job. I can show you I got it on my phone. You can see the day I started.
When is your first paycheck?
It'll be next week. Next, we get paid on Fridays. It'll be next.
And do you have any estimate as to what the size of that will be?
I'll see. While I'm in training, I make $18.
Pardon?
I said I haven't got it all figured out yet. Training, I make $18 an hour, and we training for up to 8 weeks because of the things that we doing.
Right.
I got a new position today. They took me out of the hard labor part and put me somewhere they made a place for me. They didn't want to let me go, that they even made a place for me.
All right. So here.
So what do you
Your Honor, I'm trying to figure out.
live nowhere for free? I understand that totally.
Go ahead, Mr. Katz.
I guess the question is, she is indicating that she makes too much money, but yet she hasn't gotten a paycheck. So I'm
I
not
told
sure.
them you got paid yet.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead, Mr. Katz.
Is there a way we can just get confirmation on her application at this point? I think Amy's still here.
That she has an application in.
That it was actually denied as a result of,
Okay. Amy. Hold on. So first thing is, Ms. Johnson, do you mind if Amy, my court liaison officer, tells us about your application or that information?
Yes, they wouldn't even let me do an interview. Oh, you gotta.
Hold on a second.
Okay, I'm sorry. So she could just call and ask. I'm sorry, man.
Do you mind if she shares?
No, I do not. I don't mind.
May not be any because think what you're going to tell me.
Okay.
Amy, do we have any?
Your Honor, there is no appointment that's been made for her. I'd be happy to meet with her just to speak to her about her income. But yes, there is generally an income projection that's applied to every person that calls in to Hawk. And it's a very tight guideline of 30% AMA. In our area, for a single person household, it's usually very difficult.
Right. And I think,
I completely understand the concern here.
and you don't know what your check's gonna be.
No, I don't know, sir.
All right.
Then, can I say something still?
Hmm?
I'm waiting on, so I did change the address, so like my W-2s, I'm waiting on one W-2 so I can, file my taxes at least.
All right.
By me moving
So
out here.
here's what
Okay.
I'm gonna do, and this all may come to an end next week. I'm gonna adjourn it out one more time over plaintiff's objection. I want you to go down to our access point. And we're gonna send a note down to them, and I'm gonna have you talk. We're gonna put you into an electronic breakout room so that you can talk to Amy, so that she can go through that process.
Okay,
All right?
yes,
And then see, I don't know what your check's gonna look like, so, all right, but otherwise, I'll give it this one last shot, but if we can't
understood.
do anything, and I get what happened, you called them, you told them what you make, and they said you make too much.
So they,
Stop.
so they won't even, like, we can't see you because you don't. And then she was like, how much are you behind? I'm like, when I came last week, I didn't get a paper, remember? So I couldn't tell her the exact price.
Oh,
So she was like, well, you can go to your, to the office in Woodland Ridge and ask them. So I called up there to ask them. She told me, oh no, you gotta go to the courthouse and get that. So I'm like, I don't, okay.
so that's the way I'm gonna do this. So
We have a time for next week?
it's 4:00. Okay, yeah, get her down there then, or if she doesn't. No. March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Is it, I work, I don't wanna,
Okay, we'll figure it out.
okay.
Get down there and see if they can put her in the access point. They want somebody if they don't put you in, let us know.
Okay.
All right, get down to the end of the hallway.
Your Honor, I think she had an issue with the time for next week because she's.
I know,
Oh, okay.
but I gotta get her into the access point or else we're
Okay,
not
yep.
gonna be able to.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Your Honor, I do have to object to the fact that you didn't allow me to object.
Yeah, I know.
You took that whole part away from me. Have a good weekend, Your Honor.
You do the same, sir. Propel Property Management versus Caitlin LaRoque.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Adam Devlin, P72877 plaintiff.
And your name, ma'am?
Caitlin LaRoque.
All right. And are these signatures on a consent judgment?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. LaRoque, you entered into a consent judgment on this?
Yes. Yes.
All right. You have any questions regarding the terms of that?
I do not.
All right. And you understood your rights as
Yes.
explained, your 3-day right of rescission and your
Yes.
appellate rights. All right. Okay, very good. Thank you folks for working it out. I will sign that consent judgment and it's entered. All right.
Thank you,
Your
You
Honor.
guys have a great weekend.
You
You
too.
as well.
Thank you.
Clark Road Family Limited versus Monica Drummer.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Samantha Sprague, P81931, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Drummer's not here. Okay. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I apologize for this, but if I could get a brief recess or a brief 5 minutes to confirm with my client. Was my understanding Ms. Drummer was going to appear to put terms for a conditional dismissal on the record.
Oh.
If she is, if I could get a 5 minutes just to confirm if that's my
No,
client.
Okay, and then I'll call both of your cases with me. Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
I
Not a problem.
appreciate that.
Well, this is another lake stone one.
She had 3 total.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And Your Honor, I believe I have conditional dismissals on all three. The other two are signed, though.
Okay,
This is the only one that's
All
not
right.
signed.
got it. Okay, so we'll call them all up at once when you come back. Lori Anderson versus Armani Lyman.
Guys, do you like us at the podium or,
Either way.
wait, maybe we got some paperwork here. Ben Taylor, hearing on behalf of the plaintiffs, is here to my right.
Your name? All right, and where are we on this case, folks?
So I have some balance and some additional documentation that you think you had wanted to see, and happy to provide, if I could approach.
With the, you mean in terms of the water
The
bill?
water, the two water bills, you know, that are 900 something combined. So with the 3 months of rent, late fees, water bills, and then court costs were in excess of $12,000. 11 north of 10. I have the total here. Again, we are just seeking a possession judgment. So you'll have a opportunity to satisfy that judgment, or they choose to vacate.
Have you shown the documents too?
I haven't seen not one water bill.
All right.
There you go.
We're
Just one right there. I can take it.
Oh, of course. I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had wanted those.
Well, I do, but are those the copies of the same documents or what?
They are the same, man. Sorry, let's see. This one is the 553. Here, what are we looking at? So this one is the one due in January.
How come I haven't been able to?
Hold on, stop for a moment, all right. Are they the same documents that she has? They don't look like.
One is a picture of a scan, but one is the amount due in January, and the other.
Okay, hold on a second. This. Whatever documents you're gonna show to the court, show to Ms. Lyman. And then give me the documents you shown to Ms. Lyman.
Okay, man.
Okay, and are these separate?
Yeah, if you look at the dates, Judge, one is
All right, look, here, hang on, all right. So have you seen these now?
First time seeing this, I haven't even been able, like, nobody sent me the water bill to even pay it myself. She takes it upon herself to pay it like she did last time. My first time seeing the water bill.
Prior to this, have the water bill been presented to her?
The second one wasn't presented because I just got the second one, but the first one I sent it to her by email. I said that I paid it. But second one I just got days ago, so.
Every time
It
I
was-
look on the portal, I don't see nothing.
Through February.
I was trying to recall from the last case, whose name is the water bill supposed to be in? I thought it was supposed to be in your name.
She put it in her name.
That's not what I asked. It's supposed to be in your name, but then you took it and put it in your name.
Yeah, because
So why isn't it in her name? So then she gets billed.
before,
go ahead.
because the township told me that she didn't work out a payment plan. She was on the property taxes. Then I put it in my name to make sure I pay it, so it doesn't go on to property taxes. And that's what I told you last time, it was in my name. And I sent her a copy of the first one, and I said I needed payment and didn't hear a response.
The day I was supposed to pay, she switched it out. In her name and she paid it. Told her that I can owe her.
Oh, I remember. But you never put it back and let her put it back in her name.
No, I didn't want to go on the property.
Well, then how's she supposed to comply with the lease?
The
To
lease
pay
says-
it.
The lease says that it can be either in my name or her name. It doesn't specify it has to be in her name.
But how's she supposed to know what she's gonna pay?
I sent her an email with the first one, the first bill, and I didn't get a response.
Already paid it.
So I was just gonna get reimbursed from her.
And I don't know whether this bill is two bills or really one bill. I don't,
Judge, just to, so here's the original, one is the same as the other. But if you look at,
no. Go to the Pittsfield Township website. Go under utilities for stress, pull me off the amount due.
okay. I think that these are the bills from the township website, but we can try to do that.
You go in there, you put in the address. You come out with the amount there.
All right, 425.
Shin.
Uh, right. So. Right, the one that was due in January, she paid to avoid it going on to her property taxes, just bear with me. And the utility bill info, the current utility bill info from the website, which I'm happy to present, is due now $484.68. Also information that the defendant has access to. Clearly, it's just on the BSA website.
Yeah, because I just told you that.
Well,
I mean, I don't even know why you said that.
I apologize. Wanted the number and
Shut up. Just be quiet. None of this makes any sense to me. Counsel. You come in here and you want her to pay this. She's got 6,600 in escrow. When is the other 33 going to be paid? Because I can't keep going through these cases with you two because you two can't seem to deal with each other. So you come here to get rent paid. This is. When?
By the end of this month, I will have that.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. If I may, whatever this court determines the total amount due and owing, she would have 10 days from today. It's already been.
Or whatever time I say, because I have the discretion to extend the redemption date. But thank you for letting me know what my job is.
If the current balance, including late fees and court costs, is $11,529.37.
Really?
Yes.
492,939. All right. Ms. Lyman, let me ask you this. When can you come up with $4,929.39?
That'll probably be by the end of this month.
Pardon?
Or still the end of this month. Cause I wasn't expecting to be paying the water bill and stuff.
But,
Able to pay it on my own, never able to pay it on my own.
okay, that's fine, but. So by the 31st, you can come up with that. Let me ask you this then, by the 27th, what can you come up with? These,
I can't really give estimate. I have to see when my checks come out to.
I need an estimate of what you can come up with.
2,000, at least 2,000.
Pardon? About 2,500 for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn this matter to March 27th, 2026 at 1 PM in person. You need to get $2,500 into escrow by the day before, so I want it by the 26th. And then at that point, I may issue a judgment for the balance, but it will give you additional time out to get things paid.
Okay.
Got it?
Judge, there is, I understand, and just so that is the, Friday, March 27th,
Yes,
at what time?
1 PM.
1 PM in the, I would just, if it's possible for the court to consider in the meantime, a supplemental order allowing the plaintiff to have some access to the property because she has something in the action.
Absolutely not.
She's.
Want to do that? Quiet. If what you want to do, then file a written motion and I'll deal with it at that point with something Lyman can see. But I'm not gonna sit up here with these two women and play this game. Thank you. I don't know who wants to go next, but they may not want to. Yeah. It's ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one is your recall.
Because if I get angry with her, she takes one. So, court does call the cases Clark Foot Road family versus Monica Drummer.
Attorney Samantha Sprague, P 1931, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Oh.
Your Honor, I am sorry, I do not have better news, but my client has informed me they have been trying to reach the defendant since Wednesday of last week. And so at this juncture, we are requesting a default judgment. We will note for the record that this tenant did lose their voucher, which has resulted in a significant increase of the arrearage due to that.
Okay. First one.
You did.
I did. Okay. All right. Okay, go ahead with your proofs.
Yes, Your Honor, we do show that currently there is past due rent in the amount of $10,115 and court costs in the amount of $219.72 for a total due and owing of $10,334.72. To the best of my knowledge, the unit was kept fit and habitable for its intended purpose. The defendant is not a minor in the military or otherwise incapable of attending today's hearing.
All right, judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption
Your Honor.
amount requested with the writ issue 10 days. Lakestone Apartments versus Amanda Hamblin.
Attorney Samantha Sprague, P 1931, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff. I don't see the defendant here. However, we do have a signed conditional dismissal that was submitted to the court earlier this afternoon.
All right, I do have it, and the total amount is actually just the court cost.
Correct, Your
Right.
Honor.
All right. Certainly, the court will sign this without her being present. The court, having reviewed it, acknowledges or will say that its terms are greater than if the court issued a judgment. So
Thank you.
we're more favorable to Lakestone Apartments versus Kimberly Warren.
Attorney Samantha Sprague, P 1931, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Kimberly Warren is not here.
Your Honor,
Also.
we would note that we also have a signed conditional dismissal. This one was submitted this morning for Miss Warren.
Yes. I do see that, and I, as with the last case, would sign it in their absence. The signatures haven't appeared. The court would find that the terms of this conditional order dismissal are more favorable to the defendant than would be a judgment.
Thank
So
you,
I
Your
signed
Honor.
that. Thank you. Was that it?
That's all, Your
Cool.
Honor. I hope you have a good
All right.
afternoon and weekend.
You do the same. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
This is it. Montrese Irvin versus Silver Hall.
Either party checked in with it.
Irvin versus Hall. Neither party appeared. Case dismissed. Kathleen Ivanoff versus Lauren Griffin. Hello, names, please.
Kathleen Ivanov. Lauren Griffin.
All right, this is a non-payment of rent. What's your claim? How much is owed?
Claim is for 2,500 and 130 for court costs. And there's also still property at my house. Which side? Okay, you know.
How would you know? You're the plaintiff or the prosecution sit closest to the jury box.
Okay.
That's how you always will know. Probably shouldn't have asked out loud. All right, what do you have to say?
Obviously the rent has been owed. I was unable to, I've been out of work and I tried to get assistance and I wasn't able to do so. I moved out of the premises mid-March or mid-February. And at that time, there's an $800 security deposit that according to the lease, that $800 security deposit should go to or would go to the final month's rent. And so my understanding would be there'd be a $1,700 balance owing with.
Well, the security deposit doesn't quite work that way, but.
Well, I'm just going by what's in the lease, Your Honor.
No, I understand, but. So you're not disputing that this amount is owed,
No, sir.
and you're out of the premises at this point. What was the issue regarding property still there?
I've got a mattress that I wasn't able to remove at the moment, so I put it in the garage. I'm making arrangements. I've been trying to make arrangements to get back to pick up the mattress, to get it out of the garage.
All right. Court's gonna find that there's no tribal issue. I'm gonna enter a judgment for the plaintiff in a total amount of $2,630. That's $2,500 in rent and $130 court costs. That's a writ would issue March 23rd. Basically what that means, sir, is that you would have until the 23rd to get the mattress and the property out. Otherwise, she can dispose of that property.
Okay.
All right, that will issue possession judgment as well as a money judgment in the same amount. I suggest to the parties that you work out some arrangement for a payment of that amount at some point in time, but that's where.
Regarding the security deposit then?
Security deposit, the landlord's responsible if you give 4 days, is that she should realistically take that off of that amount so that that's the amount that's owed. But because that's handled by a different act, the Security Deposit Act, than what I'm dealing with here, I don't deal with it.
Okay.
In these cases.
I've been trying to work it out. I tried to work it out verbally, like he's very Yes, he'll say he's gonna do it, but it just doesn't happen. So that's why I wound up coming to court. So to work out a payment, this is exactly why I'm here. Because it hasn't happened. He says he's gonna do it and it doesn't happen.
Then you'd be left with what remedies you have under law to collect the funds.
Say that?
You'd be left with what remedies or processes you have under the law to collect it. So let's say you work out a payment plan. You're gonna pay $25 a month to pay this off, but he doesn't do it. You're the only thing that you're gonna be left with is a court process to try to seize the money or do something else. So
Okay, so basically, it's just up to whether or not he can pay it.
well, that's
I mean, he
typically,
wants to. He's always saying he's very agreeable, but then it's just
what is the relationship between you two?
he's a tenant.
And he just hasn't fulfilled that. He just lost his income.
Yes. exactly.
All right.
Trying to get back to work.
So maybe what the two of you should do, and you don't need to do it here, but maybe you should think about it, is maybe sit down and talk to each other as human beings, realizing how, don't laugh at that, man, because that's probably part of the problem.
Yes, it is.
I'm saying from you.
I know what you're saying.
Talk to each other like human beings, realizing that people have problems, that not everybody's life goes just swimmingly, that they can try to do what they can do and just have a little bit of compassion, try to work it out, try to get it paid. I don't think you don't want to pay it. It's just where you are. Okay, thank you. Barnes and Barnes versus Alana King.
Ellis Freeman for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Miss King? Oh, you're muted.
Hi, I am, yeah, I'm here, present.
All right. And Mr. Friedman, did you get her answer?
I did.
All right, so where do we want to head from here?
I'd like to ask for a hearing at your earliest convenience, and I'd like to ask for escrow.
How much is monthly rent?
1095.
So give me, I'm at the 15, give me 50% of
I'm sorry, say it again.
50% of 1095, which is 550.
He says.
All right. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna order escrow in this case, ma'am. You're gonna need to deposit with the court $547.50. That has to be in cash deposited into escrow. That's for the prorated amount for the month of March. And then 1,095 each month will have to be deposited with court on the date that your rent is ordinarily due. You understand that, ma'am?
I do. I have a question. I have
Yes.
I'm currently waiting on a commitment letter for the full balance remaining on the ledger. And I just haven't received it yet. So I'm wondering like if this agency pays this and I get this emergency funding through this provisions program, which I've been working toward, how would I then what happens? I've been working with legal services and Terrence Crowell at DHS for quite some time trying to get this rent paid and up to date. I don't have a way to withdraw $547. I have $500 coming to me on a child support card. But that being said, I don't believe I can use that at an ATM and just make a withdrawal for any cash.
All right. Well, if it comes through, let me ask you this, ma'am. I see your answer here. Are there repairs that are needed to be done?
Yeah, I since moving in with the move-in checklist, I have made several maintenance requests for the windows. I have a 1-year-old, 1.5-year-old, and the windows are pretty low to ground level, but they bow out. I can't open them. When I open them, they completely lift out and away from the track.
Right, I see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Honor, I just want to make it clear that we have responded promptly and timely and multiple times to any written requests that she makes. She's been very difficult to tie down in terms of getting into her unit. We vehemently dispute the allegations in her answer. This client is maintenance centric, not maintenance avoidance. And we're not. I'm not going. I'll be happy to litigate it in a hearing, but not. I'm not going to have her disparage Barnes and Barnes. Just
No, I got that. I'm just trying to figure out. My real question was this done for the purposes of repairs that weren't being done, or for, I guess, lack of a better term, trying to get time to get the commitment letter? That's where I was going with my question.
Thank you, Ron.
So, ma'am,
I mean, my bathtub doesn't hold water, so I have made.
have you
requests.
submitted that to them in writing, ma'am?
Yes, I have. And then I had a cyber attack happen on Christmas Eve after being terminated from my job, which was an unlawful termination after I had an ADA accommodation approved. And this was a termination due to employer discrimination and then retaliation with the cyber attack. I lost access to all of my bank accounts, all of my personal checking.
A second, ma'am. Does any of that have to do with Barnes and Barnes? You weren't
Yes,
employed.
that is why I was not able to make my rent payments timely. I had a 401k I was expected to have deposited into my account, but my accounts were hacked. And then I had fraudulent charges that I had to dispute, and then identity to go in and verify after identity theft.
Ma'am, listen to me. Were you employed by Barnes and Barnes?
No,
Okay. So when I asked, did it have anything to do with Barnes and Barnes? You're not claiming they're responsible for the cyber attack or for the termination from your work or anything. It's
No.
just that you run into this difficulty. The difficulty that you've run into with rent right now is as a manifestation of that employment issue,
yes.
right?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
My ledger is also still inaccurate. It states that I am locked currently into the 2026-2027 lease when I log into AppFolio. However, it's the 2025-2026 lease that I should be tied into, where the rent is $1,095. That has been confusing and has created a lot of financial strain when I have been paying $11.95 for 7 months.
So, all right. I'm going to set this for a final settlement conference. I don't know that the issues that I would have to address here are so significant that we can't do it at that point. I can do, will the 17th work for the parties of this month? Otherwise, I may not have anything till April 14th.
Your Honor, the 17th, I'll be in the air.
Okay. I'll set it for April 14th, 2026 at 9 a.m. That is for a final settlement conference. Both parties are required to be present in person. Okay, thank you.
Did you order escrow, Your Honor?
I did order escrow.
Thank
I'm
you.
ordering escrow that would need to be paid for the month of March. The prorated amount is $547.50. The monthly rent of $1,095 would need to be paid the first of the month on the date that rent is ordinarily due. Thank you. Court calls the case of Quality Properties. of Washington versus Tuna Jones. You don't have Miss Jones? Miss Jones is not present. I don't think he's been sworn. Is not. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Go ahead, sir.
I've got past due rent in the amount of $2,140. Cost of $255.99 for 239599.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's it for Mr. Freeman. Have a great weekend, sir.
I think it is. I've got the University of Michigan versus Ohio State game on in the background of the Big Ten Network.
Yeah.
Have a good
Enjoy.
afternoon.
You too. Harbor Manor versus Mika Claiborne. Yes. Miss Claiborne?
Here, sorry, it always takes me a minute to
Okay.
figure out where the buttons are. How you doing, Your Honor?
Okay. I'm doing well.
James Fink for the plaintiff, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. All right, where are we on Miss Claiborne's case?
The balance is $976.
976. All
Yes.
right.
And so I got a commitment letter that I actually emailed to the Jillian. I think her name is Jillian.
It's engine. Yeah.
She the last lawyer that was there.
Yes. I know.
Yeah, she
I got you. I
responded.
know who you're talking about.
Yep, she responded and let me know that she handed that over to the client. My office manager also received it as well. So they agreed to getting it by check instead of electronic transfer. So the check should be arriving in 10 to 12 business days, she said. I've already paid the remaining portion of $400 out of my own pocket, and I did submit that to the courts as well, to my file.
Whoa. So how much was the commitment for?
$976.
Okay, so they were gonna pay that whole amount.
They were paying $976, yes, and I went ahead and paid my portion, which was $400.
Gotcha. Okay, that's how we got that. That's how you paid the 400, got down to that part. They had committed to the 976. That's why the amount you needed to pay.
Yes.
Okay.
How about we make the redemption date the 31st, no writ without a hearing?
Why would I give, but
Sure.
because you guys get but if you had taken the electronic transfer, she wouldn't have a judgment.
And that is correct, because I did ask the office manager several times, and she just went ahead and gave verbal consent to Ashley at SOS. I mean, sorry, Miss Alicia Sykes at SOS.
It's been a long time since I looked.
Ms. Claiborne, you're right now being involved in an argument that Mr. Fink and I kind of had, not really an argument, about landlords taking ACH payments instead of waiting for a paper check.
Oh, okay.
to which I was of the opinion that we could also have them bring pennies with dinosaurs carrying them, because I think that's how simple that is. So you were in the middle of that, but go ahead, Mr.
I just was not aware of the change in the court rule or the statute that required my client to take an ACH payment.
I didn't say,
but I was
go, you're gonna start. You're gonna start again, and then we're gonna.
The writ date of the 31st, no writ without a hearing, set aside. That way nobody has to come back.
I don't care if Ms. Clay comes back. It's you that's on my nerve.
So I do have some other concerns.
Uh-oh. See?
So
yes, go ahead.
About my written answer in regards to the air ducts. So I submitted all that as well. Did you get that stuff, Judge?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what's the hold up.
Did you
Right.
send this to the lawyers?
Yes, I did. I also dropped off new copies of the 504 request packet, complete and filled out by my doctor because, okay, so they asked me to get the questions 1 and 2 corrected on page 6. I did that. They kicked it back to me and said, hey, we need you to fill out a completely new packet. I did that. I turned in the paperwork. I just got a response from the lawyer on the 12th stating that your client, I've handed this over to my client. They're going to let me know once you're
And
approved. But
that was Miss Engine that said that.
Miss Jillian, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So my thing
I-
is this has been going on since October 2025. And as you can see in the documents, I'm suffering from air ducts not being cleaned. It's a $229 job, and I'm just trying to understand why I have to wait so long for that to get done.
So there was an issue with the cleaning of the ducts that had come up the last time we were here.
Mhm.
I think the parties, I thought had already worked it all out.
No.
Because it's just something had to be resubmitted because something was denied because what was checked on a form
Yes,
were the
and
wrong boxes.
yes, and my doctor corrected it. And then when she corrected it, they questioned the legitimacy of my documents. They almost came off as though I was trying to forge her signature. So I sent proof that it came from my portal. They said that's still not good enough. So then I ended up having to get in touch with my doctor, and she ended up completing the forms all over again and send them back to me. So I submitted it to them, and I did not receive a response until the 12th stating that they'll let me know the answer. So I have not been given a yes or answer.
So, and that, when you say the 12th, that was yesterday that you gave it to.
Yes. And I turned
did
this
get-
in on like the 2nd, I want to say like maybe a couple days before my last court date on the 6th, when I didn't know that you guys didn't have court that day because it was like Fox 2 News there. So I sat there in your courtroom for 2 to 3 hours, not knowing that you guys didn't have landlord tenant on the docket. Yeah,
That was everybody else's fault, not mine.
I know. I didn't get the notice, so I came home and checked the mailbox. So I
Got
got to watch it for 3 hours.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is let the plaintiff catch up on that issue. I'm gonna adjourn this matter to the 27th.
Of March.
Do you think, well,
It's good. I'll be in Florida.
okay, 27th, 2026, what time? At 3 p.m. That'll give them a couple weeks to figure out and try to get an answer back to you and maybe even get a company out there to do the cleaning.
Okay, so March 27th at 3 p.m. Is that in
Yes.
person?
Yes.
All right.
And there won't be Fox News here. I don't.
Okay.
All right. So we'll get to you.
All right. That sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay. Bye-bye.
Evergreen Apartments versus Hadassah Figueroa.
Same for the plaintiff.
There's a second.
And Susanna Figueroa. Your name?
Hadassah.
All right. And what do you have, Owen?
Do we approach?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That way we don't put it on.
The record should reflect we've had a bench conference in this case. What I'm gonna adjourn this matter to March 27th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's over plaintiff's objection.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you in this case.
Your Honor.
We'll see. Well, you're welcome. All right. Take care. You have a great weekend.
You're welcome.
Forrest Knoll versus Ashley Jones.
James Sink for the plaintiff.
So, what's your name?
Ashley Jones.
All right. And
You should have a consent judgment in the file, Your Honor. It calls for rent in the amount of $1614, cost of $176 for a total of $1790. In exchange for Ms. Jones' consent to the judgment, we've agreed to extend the redemption date to March 31st. And we've added that if she gets her balance to zero, in other words, if there's any other utilities or late fees that get added, she needs to pay that in order to have the judgment set aside. But of course, it'll be satisfied either way.
Right. All of that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any questions regarding anything on this judgment? Where you explained your 3-day right of rescission?
Yeah.
You were explaining that? All right. We're looking at this. Okay, judgment is entered.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Court calls case of Gulfside Lakes 1 and 2 versus Lucia Williams. She's been. And Ron Williams.
Sing for the plaintiff.
All right,
Hi,
hello,
Your
Ms.
Honor.
Williams. Okay, where are we on this?
Balance is $4,320.75. And it looks like she may have an application pending with Hawk.
Okay. Do you have an application pending with Hawk?
Yes, I actually talked to Alicia on Wednesday, and
Okay.
she told me to tell you guys that my case is ongoing and she should also have an update with me next week. But there was something like a note that she needed from me, and I sent it to her this morning. And I also submitted a payment because I also had a talk with Alicia and Melissa about how my bank account was flagged for fraud. So I didn't have access to my funds. A lot of my funds disappeared and I had to wait for the card and everything. So I couldn't make the payment that I was supposed to make on Friday. And I just got my card last night. So I made the payment this morning.
Okay, you're breaking up on me a little bit there.
381.85 on the 10th.
381.85.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Williams,
Yes.
I shut your video off. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, because you were breaking up there, so in order for them to help you, you've got to get this down to 3,000, correct?
Yeah, I know. And I'm saying I submit the payment today because I didn't get my new card or anything in the mail until later on last night.
Okay, so hold it. How much did you pay them today?
How much did I pay today? I think it was around 12.
1,200?
Yeah.
Okay, that's when you were breaking up. That's what I thought I heard something like that, and okay.
Yeah.
Now that makes sense. And then you'll be down around the 3,000 and your case with Hawk is ongoing, right?
Yeah, she told me that there's just one more thing that I need to give her, and I told her I can give it to her early next week. So she just told me to tell you guys it's ongoing, basically.
All right. I'm going to adjourn this out. I'll adjourn it out. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to try to get all of this done and see if we can get this payment in there and get you back on track. So I'll adjourn to March 27th, 2026 at 3 p.m. All right.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
Ms.
Judge Simpson. Oh, and my friend said hi because she loves you.
Okay, well, tell her I said hello. All right.
Okay.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Gulfside Lake 3 versus Latanya Pew Powell. Jesus.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm at work. I couldn't make
No,
it.
it's okay.
This is a writ hearing.
Yes.
And she still owes $29.49.89 on the judgment, and her balance is $52.13.90.
So your honor, I know I was supposed to have the 1,800 paid on Monday, but things had changed. My sister didn't help me out anymore. But I have 2,500 to pay today. Could you hear me okay?
Yeah, I heard you. You have 2,500 that you can pay today?
Yes, when I get off.
What time do you get off of work?
5:30, 6 o'clock.
Then how are you gonna pay the rest of this?
With basically I get paid every 2 weeks, so my next check I was gonna take that, which is the 27th. I was gonna uh pay, and it'll probably be over 1,000. So
All right.
but is it possible like I could still maybe get help from like Hawk or something?
If you apply to them, you might be able to, but at this point,
But I have to pay.
you're at the point, pardon?
I have to pay the 2,500 and then maybe.
Well, you gotta pay the 2,500, then you got about another 500 that needs to be paid.
Oh,
And that
yeah,
get-
I can get that too. So basically, so if I have
gets her-
2,000, then I can maybe get help.
131. Judgment
Oh,
on January
right.
30th. I understand she'll satisfy the judgment, but.
Yeah.
we're
So if I can
two-
pay
wait for
3,000
another-
today,
Pardon?
so if I pay 3,000 today, then I can call Hawk.
You can call Hawk all you want. If you pay 3,000 today, that's gonna satisfy the judgment.
Okay.
And then you're gonna need to call Hawk because you're still behind now 2 months, then going on 3.
Right. Okay.
It's only gonna take you through 131. You'll have February, March, and April.
She's saying she's gonna pay 3,000 today.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can do that.
Pay 3,000 today?
Yes.
All right.
Just call the court on Monday and either withdraw the writ or ask for it.
That's right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna set another hearing.
Thank you so much.
You're gonna go pay the 3,000 that needs to be paid today. They're gonna call us on Monday. If that 3,000 has not been paid to them, I'm signing the writ and I'm not hearing anything else.
Okay, will do, sir.
You understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, now the other thing that you're gonna wanna do is after you get finished paying that 3, I suggest that you call Hawk immediately thereafter so that you can try to figure out what you're gonna do for those next 3 months that are, because they're gonna file again,
Right.
okay?
Well, yeah, I think altogether I should be. I'll pretty much be caught up by the 27th.
Okay, let's hope. We'll see.
Okay.
But you gotta get that 3 in.
I will, sir.
Okay,
Thank
Thank
you, Your
you.
Honor.
all right, you take care. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Foreclosed case of Gulf Site Lake 3 versus Delano Moore.
There he is.
Mr. Moore? I'll need you to unmute and try to get yourself someplace stationary. Can't hear you, sir. You need to unmute your device. Not yet. Can't hear you.
If he can hear us, I can give you some information.
Okay, there.
He's trying to figure it out.
Mr. Moore? Hang on.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Okay, where are we on his case?
His balance is 2,867.02. It appears that B&B has or will be sending $2,817.02, meaning he's going to be short at $50. So in this case, an adjournment, they're just trying to figure out whether we want to go to March to save him court costs or the end of the month so that he can just get it paid and start over.
Did you hear that, Mr. Moore?
Yes, $50. I can have that paid today.
You can get 50 into them today? All right,
Yes.
then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna adjourn this out 1 week, okay?
Okay.
And here's the way this will work. I'm gonna adjourn it to the 20th, 2026 at 2 p.m. So
Okay.
if that check gets in, you pay the 50, then I don't need to see you. You'll be all set.
That sounds great to me, Your Honor.
All right.
And also, just to let you know, I also picked up a second draft, so now I have two. The rent will be paid basically to a zero balance. The only issue is the term at $50, which I can take care of it. That's not a problem. So I thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Moore. All right. You take care of yourself, sir.
Thank you.
All
You as
right.
well. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Tierra Pratt.
Since the defense on behalf of Ms. Pratt was approaching.
You say for the plaintiff, Your
And by means here.
What's your name?
The court.
Tierra.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Okay. Okay, thank you. Judge, we were just provided the ledger, not to disdain Mr. Fink at all for that, but we just got the ledger yesterday. We're really not disputing a ton of it.
You take a dig at Jim.
But
I'm proud of you.
I carefully avoided it. But we need a minute to, or a minute or a brief adjournment if possible, just a week even, just to review the ledger. There's just some late fees and some sporadic payments that we need to track down to make sure that the amount being asked for is correct. And that's basically it for today.
Try to adjourn that 1 week. It's not gonna change anything. Does that work for you?
Funny, yes, just a couple hours next week to go over it with her would be great, and we'll have it resolved.
I'll adjourn this to March 20th, 2026 at 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
All right, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
You and your staff have a great weekend.
Hamilton Crossing versus Kristen Benson.
Say for the plaintiff.
Mr. Benson? Not present. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, shall be?
I do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is an action for non-payment of rent. This defendant owes $2,447 in rent. The costs are $176 for a total of $2,623. Even we requested default judgment for possession only with a writ after the statutory period.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue and paid. Sign that judgment. Court calls the case of Hamilton Crossing versus Christina Franks Hatter.
Ms. Franks Hatter is here. Her total is $412.
That's not correct.
How much? Check.
$412.
412.
That's incorrect. I just made a payment earlier this week and I have another payment in my hand for 236.
Yeah.
The only thing
Oh,
I don't have. is
Hold on,
court fee.
hold on. What's the last payment you have, Mr. Frank? We might.
So she owes $236 in rent and $176 in costs.
Got it.
That's $412.
412.
I don't have the cost fee. I just have that 263. I mean that
236.
I got 240 here.
Okay, so you paid 240. Have you paid it already?
It's right here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm money order from Chase Bank.
Okay, all right, but you're gonna take that to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Once I leave here.
pardon? Okay. And then she'll have the court costs that she'll need to pay.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't have it is because my taxes are due the 5th, my birthday, and I still haven't get my tax yet. So
Happy birthday.
thank
You're a
you.
March baby?
Yes,
Dude,
I turned 43.
I turned 29.
So I ain't like wine. That's happy belated birthday.
Well, mine's yet to come, but hey,
Yeah.
lady birthday. to you. So when do you think you can get that paid?
Next Friday I get paid weekly.
So you can pay it by next Friday? Okay, let me just adjourn it out a week. To March 20th. 2026, 2 p.m. If you have everything paid, I don't need to see you.
Thank you.
All right?
Take a day off of work.
And no, I got you. I got you. But if you get it in there to them and have it all paid, they're just going to dismiss it. So
Okay.
sooner you get it in that week, even the better.
Okay.
Okay? All right. You take care. Hamilton Crossing versus Jessica Jackson.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, did you say you're gonna adjourn that to the 20th or the 27th?
I probably ought to do the 27th because you get paid late, right? 27th, 3 p.m. All right, take care.
James Fink for the plaintiff on the Jackson matter.
And Jessica Jackson, not present. You've been sworn, you may.
For non-payment of rent, this defendant owes $545 in rent, $176 in costs for a total of $721.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount is request. Give you the 10 days. Hamilton Crossing versus Tierra Warren.
Plaintiff moves to dismiss. Have a dismissal. I have one, I think.
I don't have a dismissal.
I do.
That case is dismissed.
Thank you.
Prejudice for plaintiff. Court calls case of Hamilton Crossing versus Lawrence Sharp. Lawrence Sharp and Underwood by Sharp. Determination. You'd like.
We filed a termination of tenancy case, even though the defendants are trespassers. You adjourn this at the last appearance, but they have no lease, they have no right to occupancy. They obtained possession by the defendant, who at the time was an employee taking keys to the unit and taking possession. He was immediately terminated. We filed the case. We gave notice that we were seeking an immediate order of eviction. We requested default judgment for possession only and have an order of eviction and a $15 payment with me.
All right. Judgment to the plaintiff by default at this point for possession. There is no redemption amount. Mike? Don't keep your homes versus woman. I'm gonna need you to.
Thank you.
Your name? Well, okay. Well, have you heard from SOS or Hawk yet?
So, no. I filled out, well, I went to SOS, but apparently I guess she's only there Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I went there yesterday. She told me that what I need to do is fill out a SER form from DHS. Did that this morning, so I'm basically going through the process. The first time, when I had court before, I only knew a day before that I even owed this.
Okay.
So what had happened was at the office, when I explained that to them, they told me to contact the counselor that was in their office so that he could direct me to pretty much get help get it paid. So I've been trying to get a hold of him for like a week. That wasn't working. So that's when I just reached out to SOS. That's when I had to wait for that Thursday.
Sounds weird. So you didn't call Hawk.
No, I went straight to SOS. I've never used Hawk. I've always used SOS or DHS and stuff like that, even Salvation Army. Even I've used churches and stuff, but I've never dealt with Hawk.
What do you have her balance?
2272.28.
All right. Yep. So I'm gonna want you to do. I'm gonna adjourn this out a week, but what I want you to do is I want you to call Hawk.
Okay.
Okay. So that they can get you started on this process.
Oh, what exactly is Hawk?
Hawk is Housing Access for Washtenaw County. Kind of a coordinated thing.
So it's just like,
Let me do this. I'm gonna adjourn it out to that date. Hang on, I'm gonna give you some other instructions. At March 20th at 2 p.m. Okay. Amy, are you available?
Yeah, she's trying to.
Yep, there she is.
Good
Hello,
afternoon.
Amy.
Sir.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna ask you to do. I'm gonna ask you to go down to our access point. Just go down to the clerks. We'll let them know that you're coming down. You'll get on a computer down there. We're gonna put you into a breakout room with our court liaison officer, Amy.
okay.
Okay, and she can explain to you that entire process in which,
Thank you.
okay, because it sounds like you're trying to work through it, but
I just don't know what to do.
yeah, you're not sure where you are. And this, Amy will certainly be able to help clarify that for you.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, not a problem, Ms. Womack. Okay, we'll see you next week. All right, take care. Make sure to stop down there, but we'll let them know you're coming. Okay. And then what do I have? Thank you, Amy. Gulfside Lake 1 and 2 versus Smith, and Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Coyote. Dole. Those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion with us. Oh, they're present. Oh, come on up. Your names?
My name is Coyote Ayodele.
Okay.
I deal with Coyote.
All right.
Oh, okay.
You know, you seem like a good person other than that Spartan on the front.
I told you.
No, I just, yeah, I'm done. All right. So,
Worse, it could have been like a turtle.
yes, it's a turn. I need to turn it on its side. All right. They dismissed your case. Is that okay with you guys?
Yes.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, you guys take care. Have a blessed weekend.
Thank you. You too.
That's it. Court, 3 p.m. Court stands recess. Orchard Grove versus Nathan Allport. Paul Cochran and Stacy Allport Jenkins.
Jeremy Brown on behalf of plaintiff.
Said Stacy's here.
I'm here. Nathan and my father Paul are not. My father's passed and my son lives elsewhere. I submitted document to Patrice yesterday, and also she has my father's death certificate.
Okay. All right. They'll take care of that. Your father was Nathan?
No, my father was Paul and Nathan is my son.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this?
Through the month of March, Your Honor, the rent to retain, including costs, $1,891.58.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Sir, I have a tracking number from DHS. I filed an SER and I also have an appointment with Hawk next week.
Okay, what day is your
at 11 a.m. Sorry, sir.
The 18th?
Yes, sir, at 11 a.m.
All right. So what you need to do is put that tracking number. There's a form in there, your packet called a rental assistance form. You need to fill that out, indicate on that form that you have an appointment with Hawk. And that you also have a SER tracking number, put that tracking number on there. And that form
Okay.
needs to be filed, that form needs to be filed with the court by Wednesday.
Do I have to come to the court to file it or can I email it in? I don't have a vehicle.
I think you can actually either email it in or you can call the clerk's office. They'll let you know how you can get that to us.
Okay, thank you, Judge Simpson.
Not a problem. Hold on. I'm going to give you an adjourn date. I'm going to adjourn your case out to March 20th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So you'll have to try to come down to the courthouse to appear on that date if everything's not paid. Okay?
Yes, sir. Can you guys give me the total one more time so I can give it to Hawk?
Sure. I have $1,891.58.
Thank you, sir. Have a blessed week.
You do the same.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. And I think we got one more for you. And that's Pines of Clover Lane versus Eduardo Handel. And
This is a dismissal, Your Honor.
That's a dismissal? Okay.
Yes.
That case is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. They weren't here.
Excellent.
Were they?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir. Harbor Woods versus Angela Bogard.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Pallets Law, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Don't have any.
Angela Bogard. There is no response. If you'd like to take the default, raise your right hand.
Yes.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole
I-
truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor. For the record, Rachel Dornbush, Pallets Law, on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, just so the court is aware, Miss Bogard called our office around noon yesterday. I didn't get a chance to give her a call back. She had indicated, she did mention, as far as I can tell in her voicemail, that she didn't intend to be here today. But nonetheless, she had indicated that she planned to pay $1,400 today and then the remaining balance on the 27th. And had she been here today, then she would have obviously received the adjournment and almost certainly would have had that time frame. But I, since she's not here, I don't have the ability to extend to the 27th. So I would request entry of the default judgment with the statutory 10-day period. The rent to retain is $1,588.63. Costs are $188 for a total due of $1,776.63.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days. I think if she gets in there and starts paying, I think your client's probably will. So I'm not so worried. Harbor Woods versus Tina Carrico. Tina Carrico, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,765.84. The costs are $188 for a total due of $1,953.84. We ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Harbor Woods versus Daryl Corley. And Stephanie Corley. Daryl or Stephanie Corley? No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $741.20. Cost of $246 for a total due of $987.20. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount is any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Harbor Woods versus Courtney Cruz and Devin Cruz. You got him?
No.
Devin, Courtney Cruz. No response, you may proceed.
Thank you. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, the rent to retain is $1,817.72. The costs are $246 for a total due of $2,063.72. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Charles Hardy. Okay, Mr. Hardy, you need to unmute. There you go.
Good morning,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Good morning. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,307.52.
All right. And Mr. Hardy, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, I would be able to make a payment today, or at least by Monday. I will be able to make a payment of $900. I will be able to make another payment of $700 by Friday, this coming Friday after. The remaining amount I would need until the following week after.
Got it. I see what you're saying. Okay, and the following week after then puts us, however, into April. So here's what I'm gonna do, sir.
And I will actually also be able to make the full payment for April.
Got it. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to be down at the courthouse. What I'm gonna suggest is that you contact, that you pay the 500 and then you contact plaintiff's counsel's or plaintiff's office. Plaintiff's attorney's office and see if you can work out some agreement regarding payment of this amount.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. We'll see you then. All right, thank you. Arbor Woods versus Melinda Harrison. Melinda Harrison? No response, you may proceed.
Your Honor, I think I thought I saw her signed in.
You did?
I thought so, but let me double check. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Balance, but that person is not currently present.
There was a who? Oh, a Mel.
Maybe that's what I saw, Your Honor. I
Yeah.
apologize. I try to click through to make sure I don't miss anybody and to see if
No.
dismissed tenants are here. So Your Honor, there is rent to retain of $637.72, cost of $188 for a total due of $825.72. Would ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Marcus Hollis. You think he's here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
He's there. All right. Got a camera too. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Would cost, Your Honor, $3,668.94.
94. Got it. All right. So Hollis, how are you intending on getting that paid, sir?
I just need a couple weeks.
I'm sorry?
I just need a couple weeks.
Okay. How much can you pay by next week?
All of it.
Pardon?
All of it.
So you can have the balance paid by the 20th?
Yep.
Okay. I'll indicate that in the file by the 20th. I'll adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, so if it's not paid in full, you'll need to appear at the courthouse on that date and at that time. Okay, sir?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Court calls the case of Arbor Woods versus Eric Stewart and Gene Wesley.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, there he is. All right. And what is plaintiff's claim on this?
With cost, Your Honor, $3,944.37.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
It was already paid.
You've already paid it?
Yes, I did. It was paid yesterday.
Okay, so yesterday, so we probably hasn't caught up yet. So I'll indicate that you say you paid it. I'll adjourn it out to the 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but if everything's paid, you don't need to come down and they'll be dismissing the case out, okay?
Okie dokie.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yep.
Arbor Woods versus David Botters. David Botters? Not checked in, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $617.72. Costs are $188 for a total due of $805.72. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Jessica Wakeham. Jessica Wakeham?
Hi, Your Honor, I'm here. Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, she's on the phone. Got it. Okay. All right. Ms. Wakeham. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,958.38.
All right. Ms. Wakeham, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Today I can pay about $650, and then in 2 weeks I can probably pay throughout the 2 weeks the remaining balance.
Say that again.
Today I can pay $650, and then
Okay.
throughout throughout the 2 weeks I can pay the remaining balance.
Okay, are you gonna be able to get it, you think, paid but before the end of the month?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. You pay the $650. I'll adjourn your case out to the 20th of March 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, so if everything's not paid in full, you need to come down to the court. Okay?
March, that's 1 week away.
That's 1 week away, right, at 1 p.m. What I'm gonna suggest
Okay,
in the interim, is that you contact the plaintiff's attorney's office and see if you can work out a payment arrangement and a conditional dismissal, because you're gonna try to get this paid before the end of the month in any event.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Arbor Woods versus Nancy Yevich. Nancy Yevich? No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $323.97. Costs are $188 for a total due of $511.97. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Jessica Bradshaw. Jessica Bradshaw, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,865.98. Costs are $192 for a total due of $2,057.98. We ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Courtney Brown and Andrea Brown. Courtney Brown, Andrea Brown, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let me just look at this. Your Honor, I've got them at a balance of $108.08. So they've made payments, they just have not been, unfortunately, been paying in full. And so, let's see here.
You said $108. That includes after you factor in
It's
cost and
everything factoring in the court costs, just, I'm not sure why. I mean, and looking at their ledger, Your Honor, it does appear that they kind of have a history of piecemealing their payments. And so,
well, what I'll do is I'll grant you a judgment for, you said 108?
yep, 10808.
Okay, 10808. I'll grant a judgment by default for that amount with the writ issue in 10 days and just indicate no writ without a hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh. Northville Crossing versus Leonard Burns III.
Here.
Oh, okay, there you are. All right, what is plaintiff's claim?
Now with cost, Your Honor, $3,124.29.
All right, and sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
My disability check is gonna be coming because I was off for 2.5 months. And with my company got bought out by a different company. So stuff got messed up with my health insurance. I had a broken foot so I'm supposed to be getting that check this week. And then I can have everything caught back up and I'm back to work now. So I can have everything back to where it's being paid on time.
Gotcha. Okay, so you think that's coming this upcoming week?
Yeah, I got approved yesterday, so they said allowed us 7 to 10 days for payment to come in the mail.
All right, here's what we'll do. I'll give you an adjournment to the 20th next week,
Okay.
2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, sir.
Okay.
And so if it's not paid by that point, you'll need to appear down at the courthouse and we'll figure it out. In
Okay.
the interim, you can also contact plaintiff's counsel's office, because you know that there's a check coming. See if
Yeah.
you can work something out in terms of payment, okay?
Now the property doesn't let me pay online for some reason anymore. And I did put a money order in the after hours box, but they said they never got it, which, it is what it is at that point, but this was a while back. I was wondering, is there a way they can turn back on where I can pay my payments online? Because I don't get off work.
Your Honor, I suspect the issue here is that if Mr. Burns is attempting to go in and make payment less than the full amount, that's probably the issue that he's running into, is the portal won't accept payment less than the full amount. But definitely speak with Bobby in the office to verify that their access is intact. I was looking, Your Honor, to see if there was a returned payment, which sometimes can affect access to the portal. There was one back in September. And generally speaking, that results in a requirement of payment via certified funds for a period of time. So that might be part of the issue. Mr. Burns, definitely speak with Bobby in the office. She can verify with you if that NSF is the issue or if it's because you're trying to make a partial payment on the portal.
Every time I try to call up there, no one's ever, I mean, I know like I'm trying to call probably during lunchtime or whatnot, but I'll just have to try to call at different times of the day or whatnot, because it's very hard to get a hold of people up there sometimes.
Got it.
Or
All right,
stop in
give
there,
it a
Mr.
shot.
Burns.
Yeah, I try, but every time I get home from work, they're closed.
All right. All right. Just give it a shot. See what
I
you can
will.
do. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. All right,
All
sir?
right, thank you.
Thank
You have a
you.
good day.
You do the same. Northville Crossing versus Cynthia, is it Foch? Cynthia Foch? No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is a rent to retain of $727.48. Costs are $192 for a total due of $919.48. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Otia Fowler. Ms. Fowler, she's
Yes,
here.
I'm here.
Oh, there she is. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Yeah, with costs, Your Honor, is $3,141.28. And Your Honor, just to verify, it looks like a defendant has her name spelled Ontina. We have it as
And
with an N.
There's no N. It's just ONTIA.
Is that correct? Okay, I wanted to make sure because the ledger has it the way that we have it, but I noticed it was slightly different there. So, okay, clarifying.
All right. We fixed it. Now her name's back to what it should be. All right. Ms. Fowler, how are you intending on getting this paid?
So I'm waiting on DHS and our Salvation Army. I actually got an appointment with DHS on the 17th, a phone call interview, because I did a SCR application online. So
Okay,
I'm
so you
just
did
waiting
an
to see how
SCR.
much. Yeah, I'm trying to see how
Okay.
much my portion would be, and then what they
All
would
right.
pay.
And then you said you called SOS, so you called Hawk. Do you have an appointment?
What's you said Hawk? Is that I've never.
Yes. Never do. Okay, let me give you a phone number.
Okay. Okay.
All right, 734
Mm-hmm.
961
Uh-huh.
1999.
961-1999. Okay.
Okay, give them a call. See if you can get an appointment set for yourself
Okay.
regarding them. Okay.
Okay.
And what the other thing that you need to do in your packet, there's a form called a rental assistance form.
Mm-hmm.
When you have your tracking number, or if you have your tracking number from DHS, you need to put that on the form, file that with the court by next Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay, do that. How many people are in your household?
Myself and my 2 daughters.
Okay, so 3. Okay, so
Yes.
just so you know, the amount that DHS has here the maximum amount that looks like they pay is 620. Just so you can try to figure it out in your head, okay? I'll just give you that number.
Okay.
Okay? So I'll adjourn this to March 20th, 2026, at 1 p.m. Okay, that's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse.
On the 20th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Thank you. Northville Crossing versus Daniel Glosky and Michael Glosky. Glosky? I'm pronouncing that right. Neither here, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,834.41, cost of $250, for a total due of $2,084.41. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with right to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Jose Gonzalez Ramos and Christina Gonzalez.
Present, Christina Gate.
Oh, where is she? Oh, there she is. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $2,404.64.
All right, Ms. Gonzalez, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I can put 500 down today, or well, it'll be tomorrow because my son's at work. My son failed to tell me that he had paid the lot rent, so I am going to cover it. I'll have to do it within the next 2 weeks.
Okay, so you can put 500 today.
Well, it'll be tomorrow because by the time he gets off today, the office will be closed.
That's fine. Okay, so
Okay.
you'll put 500 by tomorrow. All right.
Right.
So here's what I'll do. I'm going to adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse.
Okay.
All right. In the interim, what I'd suggest that you do is, if you're not seeking assistance, is contact plaintiff's office, the attorney's office. see if you can work out some type of payment plan, conditional dismissal or the like, okay?
Okay, all righty. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Northville Crossing versus David. Is it Mukalinsky? And
Mikulinski, Your
Nicole.
Honor.
Okay, and Nicole. Is it Gasak?
Gasho.
Okay, I blew them both. All right,
I'm not
thank you,
sure.
sir.
I'm not sure if she's still here or if she logged off. She was on here with me.
She was on, okay.
Yeah.
But you're
She might have
you're
logged
here.
off.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With cost, Your Honor, $1,001.42.
$1,001.42. All right. And sir, how are you guys intending on getting that paid?
Your Honor, I am 100% paid up through March right now. I've noticed a discrepancy on this paperwork. It says that I was paid up through 12/31 and then I owed costs. Her date for her demand of lot rent was February 6th, which was 2 weeks after I paid it. I've got ledger.
Hang on.
Sorry.
You're talking about the complaint saying the date that you're paid through, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that you understand that, that's gonna be basically a pro rata calculation as to the date that you're paid through.
And Your Honor,
So,
we can provide some additional clarification on that. The way that it's calculated is based on if the balance owed at the time of the demand exceeds what the base rent is, then it backs it up to the last month prior to that.
got it.
So
Okay.
it counts for the base rent, but there's water, sewer, other charges that are charged over and above that. And so that's why it says paid through December, because the balance due as of February 6th was more than just the base rent because of those other charges. I can verify defendant did make a payment on January 23rd of $960 that brought his account current at that time. We've shown his February payment being made on February 27th. It left a small rollover balance coming into March. If defendant has said he's now paid his March balance, if he can confirm when it was paid, my ledger was prepared on the 10th. And so I'd have to verify with my client.
I have the receipt right here in my hand for
Okay,
yesterday that I dropped it
what
off.
date did you pay it, sir?
I paid it yesterday, 3/12.
And you paid how much?
Okay,
It says
that's why
nine
we don't-
something on there.
This was $960 on my ledger through the Sun Communities site. I owed 940, so I should have a credit right now.
So the
Okay, sir.
slight issue with that, Your Honor, is that it looks like my client had the court costs at $244. They're actually $250, so there's a $6 difference. And then there is, let me just see, there was not the $55 late fee was not showing either, which came due on the 6th
The 6th
Got it.
for
of March.
if you look at the base rent, my base rent is $767. When you total everything together, if you look at the top of the demand for possession, it shows where my base rent is, trash service, amenity fee, and all that. With the late fee, it shows $955 for the 1 month, and I paid $960.
That's for February? Are you looking at the February demand, sir?
That's the one that was attached to the paperwork, yes.
Correct. That was issued in February. So with your March charges, you were at $940.42 on the portal or on the ledger. That was as of March 1st. That didn't account for the increase in court costs. So add on $6 to that, $946.42. Additionally, a late fee comes due under your lease agreement on the 5th of the month. I'm sorry, for balances that roll over after the 5th. So it was due on March 6th. I'm not sure why it's not showing up on the portal, but that increases the balance by an additional $55. So that gets us to the $1,142.
After my February payment, my balance was $0. So I should only have the amenity fees with the late fee added in to where it only would come
you
to
you didn't listen. There was a small balance after your February payment, which is why it rolled over into March.
Correct. It was $49.12, Your Honor.
I don't understand why that did not reflect on the portal. When I show that,
Okay,
everything
here's
always
the thing.
pops up.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. You
I mean, I
can
can
go
pay it
down to
today.
the
That's not,
office. Okay. If you're gonna pay it today, that's fine. What I'm gonna do is, because I can't resolve this, is I'm gonna adjourn this to March 20th, 2026 at 1 PM. That's an in-person hearing. You need to be at the courthouse if there's still a dispute as to the amount that's due. I suggest that you go to the office, look at a paper ledger, look at the charges. If you dispute charges, you can come down to the court on the 20th.
okay,
Thank
because
you.
yeah, after last month it said 1155 and I paid 1200. So, or 11 something, I paid 1200. So I thought I was good.
Again, I can't resolve it. I
I know.
don't have that in front of me. I hear you.
Yes, sir.
But go down to the office, get a ledger, look at it. If you still have a dispute, you have a court hearing that's set for next week. If you pay it off, you don't need to be here and the case will be dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Northville Crossing versus Tony Rogers.
I'm here.
Tony Rogers. Is she
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And what is plaintiff's claim on this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,064 even.
That thank goodness, no change. All right. I'm sorry. Ms. Rogers, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I can drop off a down payment on Monday for 800 and I can pay the remaining balance on the 24th.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to adjourn it out to the 20th, 2026 at 1 PM. That's an in-person hearing. What I'm going to suggest you do in the interim is contact plaintiff's attorney's office and see if you can work out an agreement to get you to that date. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Northville Crossing versus, is it Heaven Schulthesis?
Yeah, Heaven Schultes and William Brokenshire.
I'm
I
sorry?
already have, it's Heaven Schultes and William Brokenshire. I have the
Yep,
money
that's
order.
it. Hang on. Hold on. Ma'am,
I have the
hold
money
on just a
orders right
second.
here. I can drop them off for you.
Just, ma'am, please, because I don't have the amount right now. I'll hear from you. All right, just hold on. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,431.53.
All right.
What?
Now, ma'am, what did you want to tell me?
Well, what I got told was that it was $1,188, so I have a $1,200 money order right here to drop off later.
Okay, how
That's
much?
what was due on the complaint.
So I'm not exactly sure like what's going on because
Ma'am, ma'am, you got to face your microphone, please.
sorry, I had earbuds in. I've been having nothing but issues with these people for a while, but I have 1,200 right now to give them today.
I could not make that out.
Your Honor, she indicated she's had nothing but problems with these people, but nonetheless, she has $1,200 to give them today.
Okay. All right. So you're going to pay $1,200 today, correct, ma'am?
Yeah, because that's what's on the complaint. Yep.
All right. Pay the $1,200 today. When do you think you're going to be able to make the balance?
Sure, because I didn't even know that was my balance.
I'm sorry?
I'm unsure because I didn't even know that was my balance.
Okay. There's going to be a balance, probably about another $1,231.53 if you pay the $1,200.
Is there any way someone can mail me a copy of that breakdown? Because I don't have that breakdown available to me on how it got to be that much. Because the only thing that I have is that it was $1,188 and some odd change.
All right. Here's what I'm going to suggest you do, ma'am. You need to go down to the office, get a copy of your ledger, pay the $1,200. If you after looking at the ledger, you still have a dispute or don't understand why you owe that, then I'm gonna set this for a hearing in person, March 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m. You need to come down to the
I have
courthouse.
bad agoraphobia.
I'm sorry?
I have agoraphobia.
Okay,
So
then
is there a
ma'am,
Zoom
what
one?
you can do is you can file a request to appear via Zoom. I'm not sure whether I'll
Okay,
grant
cool.
it or deny it, but I know that now knowing that I may grant it. And then you'll have a hearing next week at 1 p.m.
Okay, that sounds awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Court calls the case of Northville Crossing versus Tiffany Stevens. Ms. Stevens is here.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, there she is. All right. And what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,586.82.
All right, Ms. Stevens, how are you intending on getting this paid?
So I just got a job. I start March 20th. I did speak with Bobby via email. We did discuss me paying about $1,300 via my income tax, which I'm waiting on that. It should be here within like the next 2 weeks. And then she said I could possibly get on a payment plan with my new job as long as we can make an agreement of how much I'm paying per check. That also helps me stay current with the current rent.
Gotcha. All right.
I am applying for SER and Hawk as well for further assistance, as I have 3 small children. But you know,
Hang on
that's
a sec.
basically
Hold
what we
on.
discussed.
You applied? Did you say you applied for it?
No, I said I'm attempting to apply this week.
Okay. So here's what you do. And how many people are in your household?
Myself and my 3 children.
Okay. So just so that you have a framework in your head, SER would pay a maximum of about $740, okay?
Okay.
So you also have Hawk that you're gonna contact today?
Yes.
Okay, and so contact them today, get an appointment. In your packet, there's a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out, put the information, your tracking number for your SER, and that you contacted Hawk, and submit that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay? And then I'm gonna set a new hearing date for you of March 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse, okay?
Your Honor, is
And
there a way I can get a different court date, as that is the day that I start my job?
Okay.
I didn't
What,
want to not show
you
up
don't
on my
want to
first
get
day.
fired? You don't want to get fired that day?
No,
Is that what that is?
not on my first day.
All right. I really don't have authority to go out longer than that, but I also don't, if you don't have a job, you're not gonna get the assistance through Hawk, so it's kind of a
Right.
catch-22. Do you have anything you can pay in the interim?
As of today, no. I'm leaning on the income tax. It's taken a while to come. I don't know if it's just because, you know, what was
No,
going on.
it's because it's the federal government. Just don't worry about it. I get it. I believe you, and over the objection of plaintiff, I'm gonna give you 2 weeks. I don't want you to lose your job. All right, we probably won't have an answer.
Yeah, I
But
worked really hard. I just
here's
finished
what,
medical school.
right.
And,
Hang
you
on
know,
a second. Here's what I want you to do, though. Did you already apply for your SER?
I did put an application in for the SER. I just haven't
Do you have a
contacted Hawk yet.
Hang on, do you have a tracking number?
I don't know. I would have to check DHS to see if it's one in there.
Okay, I'm sure there would be one in there if you applied. That form that I'm talking about, I'm just gonna give the extra week right now, so you don't lose your job. I'm gonna go to the 27th. I need that form down here, though. If you have the SER tracking number, it's best if you can get me that file today.
Okay.
Okay? All right, I'm doing that over the objection of plaintiff, but I think it's the right thing to do. Pardon? It's at 2 PM on the 27th. Okay,
And that's in person, correct?
that is in person. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Northville Crossing versus Cassandra Studer and Cheryl Richter.
Cheryl Richter present.
All right. You said Miss Studer's here? Thought.
Sandra, maybe.
That's probably not her. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $3,099.38.
All right. Miss Richter, how are you
Yeah.
intending on getting that paid?
I reached out to the Housing Bureau for Seniors for help.
Okay. All right. Did they tell you anything or?
No, not yet.
Okay. Have you reached out to anyone else for help or assistance?
Well, Hawk said that I made $100 too much a year.
A year. Okay. Well, I guess you got to have a cutoff somewhere, right?
I guess,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you make too much for Hawk. Did you apply for an SER at all?
No.
No. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do.
No, because
I'm
Hawk
sure
referred me to the Housing Bureau for Seniors.
Gotcha. Okay. So what I'm going to do is that there's a form in your packet, the rental assistance form. I made a note here, just fill that form out, get it to the court by Wednesday, and just put down at the bottom that you called Hawk. They referred you to the Housing Bureau for Seniors, okay?
Okay. And I'm sorry, can I
Yeah.
get that total again?
It's $3,099.38.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay,
So
thank
basically
you.
3,100, okay?
All right.
And so I'll adjourn this out, Ms. Richter, to March 20th, 2026 at 1 PM. That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse. All right?
Okay.
And then you can give us the information on the Housing Bureau for Seniors and what's happened there, and let's see where we can go with this. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Richter.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Northville Crossing versus Suzanne Hovnik.
And Your Honor, there was an Ashley Glidden who was present. She is the personal representative for the estate of Suzanne Tahovnik. This account is paid in full, Your Honor. I did correspond with Ms. Glidden via email this morning and let her know the same. And so we'd like to dismiss this matter without prejudice.
All right, this case is dismissed. That's without. Sorry.
I just stayed
Pardon?
on to say good morning, Judge Simpson, and have a good day.
Okay, she stayed on to tell me that. That's
Yep.
made my day. Thank you so very much.
Thank
You
you.
take
Have a good
care.
day. Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye. Northville Crossing versus Norman Tucker.
Hello, sir.
Oh, there he is. Okay. What is plaintiff's claim?
Cost, Your Honor, $2,086.11.
All right. Sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, this is my dilemma right now is I just lost my job in December. I lost $5,000 a month, and I'm living on Social Security right now. And with the past 2 months, I've been trying to play catch up and keep minimum payments. I saw a lawyer yesterday to file Chapter 7, and he told me yesterday, don't pay any more bills, the ones I plan on getting rid of. And so the next opportunity I'm going to have, because unfortunately you get one check a month, is on April the 8th, I will pay this amount. And then in the following month, I'll pay for April and May. Then I'll be up to
All right,
date.
sir, has the Chapter 7 been filed?
No, I'm still waiting on, I need my income tax to come back. He needs that. I'm waiting on my ex-employer to send me 6 months of my pay stubs from last year. Just to prove I.
Okay, so that's not been filed. All right,
No.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 20th, 2026 at 1 PM. That's an in-person hearing. You might want to have your attorney, if they're not gonna file right at that moment, contact the attorney for the plaintiff. So they can discuss it, but I'm gonna just move it along because I don't have a bankruptcy stay at this point in time. So I'm just gonna go to next week at 1 o'clock. All right, sir?
Okay, that's March 20th, what date?
March 20th at 1 o'clock,
Okay, that's in court.
and that's an in-person hearing at the courthouse. All right, sir?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Court calls the case of Northville Crossing versus Jeremy Walker. And Jessica Webster.
Here, sir.
Oh, there they are. All right, what is plaintiff's claim?
With cost, Your Honor, $905.50.
905.50.
Yes.
All right. And folks, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, two things I'd like to talk about, sir. The first thing is the demand for possession, non-payment for rent, dated for 2/6/2026. I never received this letter.
Okay.
The second thing is, as far as my knowledge, I should be paid up in full. I paid on 2/20 $1,183.05. On 3/10, I delivered a certified cashier check for $899.50. According to the ledger,
You did that this week?
correct, sir. That was on
Do you
3/10.
see that on yours?
I do not, Your Honor, and so I don't have an objection if the court wants to adjourn this. I'll verify with the client, and we can dismiss if appropriate. If for some reason my client says otherwise, Your Honor, I have a phone number ending in 5083. Is that a good phone number for either Ms. Webster or Mr. Walker?
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
I can
Okay,
verify
so
with
here's what.
you if that's the case.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn this to March 20th, 2026, 1 PM. That is an in-person hearing, but if everything's paid in full, you don't need to appear and the case will be dismissed. They're gonna, and I think what Ms. Dornbush is gonna do is gonna verify that with her client and probably give you guys a call. All right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Northville Crossing versus Timothy Wright and Sherry Mullins. Oh, Miss Mullins, I see you. I can't hear you. I know you're trying.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Not a problem. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,663.40.
All right. And Miss Mullins, how are you gonna get that paid?
Well, Your Honor, she probably doesn't know because we dropped it off 2 days ago. The amount that was on the paperwork was $440. I spoke with Bobby and I gave her a money order for $500. And then we were going to pay the balance between this Friday and next Friday.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'll do then. They probably don't have that. So I'm gonna adjourn this out 1 week to the 20th, 2026 at 1 PM.
Okay.
As you heard me tell people, that's an in-person hearing. But if
Right.
everything is paid in full by that time, then you don't need to appear and they're gonna dismiss the case.
Okay, good. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Your Honor. Yes. Have a blessed day.
You do the same. Thank you. Court does call the case of Barnes and Burns versus David Clive. Or is it Olive? Is that Clive? Clive.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Mr. Clerk.
Morning, Your Honor. Ellis Friedman for the plaintiff.
All right, Mr. Friedman, what is the plaintiff's claim?
2530 total.
And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, Your Honor, I plan to pay, so I paid $750 this morning. I plan to pay the rest with my income if I have it. I'm a research assistant with the Department of Veterans Affairs. Because of all the funding cuts, I'm not, as I sit here this morning, not sure whether I'm going to have a job come April 1st. There's one other thing I would like to point out, that these charges are not, it's not back rent, they're late fees and other fees that have backed up.
Well, at some point, if you've accumulated that much, it turns into rent. But I hear what you're saying, though. All right. So you paid the $750. You don't have a mechanism by which you're doing the rest at this point, or haven't figured it out.
If I still have a job, I intend to pay the rest of that balance.
Got it. Okay. All right. What I will do is I'll adjourn it out a week, the 20th, March 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. What you may want to do is contact Mr. Friedman's office, see if you can work something out, if you see a way to do that. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Brushwood Properties versus Laquan Morris.
Did you say Daquan Gwinner?
No.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Fanter on behalf of the plaintiff.
Laquan Morris. They are not checked in, sir. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand to be sworn. I pick you up on my screen. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Your Honor,
Right.
I'm David Fanter. I'm the attorney for Bushwood Properties. And as such, I'm familiar with the books and records as they relate to this tenancy. There's rent owing in this case of $2,380.24. Court cost of $175 for a total of $25.55.24. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days, if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Mrs. Haverkamp versus Damian Lovelace.
David Fancher on behalf of the plaintiff.
Damian Lovelace. No response. You may proceed.
In this case, there's rent owing in the amount of $2,032. Court cost of $175 for a total of $2,207. We'd request a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Sandy McFiddish versus, is it Sorso Conley?
Seizure.
Say it again for me.
Seizure, Your Honor.
Got it. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
The amount of rent, including court costs, is $2,025.
All right. And how is that going to be paid?
I'd like to request an adjournment of 1 week, Your Honor, to consult with an attorney since I've been in and out of the hospital and got the notice late.
We'll do this matter March 20th, 26, excuse me, at 3 p.m. That is an in-person hearing. That'll give you a chance to consult with an attorney.
Your Honor, I just want to clarify. I think Ms. Conley contacted my client about turning in her keys. But it was yesterday and they weren't quite sure how to do that. This is just a possession case, Ms. Conley. So if you're planning on giving up possession, you can turn in the keys at 206 North Huron, and then I would dismiss the case.
Okay.
Just want to clarify, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And then Mrs. Haverkamp versus Bradner and 101 South Huron LLC versus Glenn Smith. Those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion. without prejudice.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a great day. Have a good weekend.
You do the same. Covington Apartments versus True Wind.
Robert Viscounty, P61756 for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Mr. Vicente.
Tenant is.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, there you are. Okay. I got a lot of folks on my screen. I just have to find folks. What is the plaintiff's claim in this case?
So, Your Honor, the total inclusive of court costs is $2,393.36.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So, Your Honor, I just got the new job and it's starting next week, and I need about 2 weeks to get my first paycheck.
To get it paid?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to be able to pay anything this week?
Currently, as of currently, I don't have anything right now. If I have
Okay.
something, I would have paid even 200.
All right, here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. If you decide to reach out for SCR or some type of assistance through Hawk, you would have to do that, fill out that form in your packet called a rental assistance form and file it with the court by Wednesday, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, can you repeat that?
Repeat what?
About the Hawk?
About Hawk?
Yes.
Okay, they're an organization that can give you assistance. If you have something to write with, let me give you the phone number.
Oh, yes, I know about that.
You know about it?
Yes.
Okay, give them a call, see if you can get an appointment. But if you do that or you file for state emergency relief, make sure that the form in your packet called the rental assistance form, that you fill that out and get that to the court by Wednesday. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you next week.
See you.
Okay, Peninsular Place versus Daquan Winner.
Robert Viscounty,
here.
plaintiff.
Good winner?
Yes.
All right. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, the total inclusive of court costs is $3,336.92.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I'm actually here right now at the hospital, so I fell behind because I've been in the hospital, I had a stroke. And all my health issues. I actually applied for SER and I got an appointment with Hawk coming up.
Okay. And do you know when your appointment with Hawk is?
Yes, I can tell you right now. Give me 1 sec. March
Pardon?
19th at 2 p.m. Phone appointment.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, sir. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay. I'm going to permit you to appear via Zoom. Okay. All right. So you don't have to come down to the courthouse. You can appear via Zoom. All right. And then we'll see where we are and we'll get some information from Hawk. How's that sound?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Be well, please.
Yep, thank you.
Peninsular Place versus Mohammed Aman. He's here. Mohammed Aman. He's not. Was he here?
He was. I saw him.
Okay. Then let me pass it.
Your Honor, I can tell you, Mr. Aman made a payment this morning.
Yes, sir.
And if that payment clears, we would intend to dismiss prior to the next hearing.
Got it. So maybe we'll let him know if he appears back. I'll just adjourn it out 1 week. 20th, 2026 at noon.
Thank you.
All right. Peninsular Place versus Tyler Robinson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Give me just a moment, Judge. Said Tyler Robinson.
Yeah, TYLOR.
Yes.
Do you have the case number, Judge?
Yes, 126C 0667.
Thank you. Your Honor, the grand total inclusive of court costs is $910.72.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So the correct grand total as of yesterday is $835.72, if I'm not mistaken. I made a payment on the 12th of $135.67, and I made a payment on the 11th of $100, which brings my grand total now to, once that goes through, $600 and like some change specifically.
Well, specifically, you also owe court costs. So that's what part of the distinction and the difference is going to be.
And I think probably, Your Honor, the difference here is that the $75 statutory attorney fee was probably not on his account until today.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay. So they have a balance of 910. The other stuff comes off. I don't know if you got that, Mr. Vishanti, or not. So how are you intending on getting the rest of this paid, sir?
So I'm outside of the check and go right now to get a payday loan. And I plan to make the $600 payment today, which should close out my case. But again, it just depends on if I get approved or not. So I would request, hopefully, Wednesday of next week.
Okay, try to get it paid by Wednesday. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to adjourn you out to the 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay, that's an in-person hearing. If everything's not paid, you need to come down to the courthouse.
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you.
Quick question. You said the $75 payment. When do I make that, or how do I make that?
You pay that to the landlord.
Okay, so is that like included in, I guess, that payment?
Your total right now, sir, is $910.72. If there was a payment tendered yesterday that hasn't been applied, you'd reduce the balance by that. But what I have right now is $910.72. Certainly, you can go into the office and talk to Holly before you tender your payment.
No, for sure. I'll make the $600 payment by Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Amaria Taylor. Maria Taylor, sit there here. Yeah. I do see. Miss Taylor?
Hi, I'm here. Sorry, it kicked me out.
Well, hold on. Okay, Miss Taylor, try that again.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Sorry.
Yes. Okay. What's your name?
My name is Amaria Taylor.
Okay, you changed it. She's got two. Okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
it kicked
Okay.
me. Yeah, okay, sorry.
It kicked you out and then, okay.
Yeah.
We do that just to have fun. No, I'm kidding. All right, Mr. Vishanti, what is the claim on this case?
Your Honor, inclusive of court costs, the balance is $505.93.
505.93. All right, Miss Taylor, how are you intending on getting that?
On Wednesday, I went into the office and had a conversation with Holly. My balance was $430, but they hadn't took off the $180 that I paid. And then it would be at $250 after that. And then including the $75 cost of today, I can pay that by Friday next week.
You can pay it by next Friday?
Yes.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Try to get it paid as early as you can. I'm gonna adjourn it out to next Friday, that's March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to, if everything's not paid, you need to be down at the courthouse, okay?
Oh, well, I get paid on Friday, but I don't get paid till about 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Sorry.
So what do you do, Mr. Vishanti? You want, I mean, I can put it out to the 27th. The balance isn't that high. I don't know if you want me to do.
Your Honor, I'd prefer to just stick with the 20th, and we'll see if maybe we can get a conditional dismissal worked out prior to the next hearing date.
All right, sounds good. All right, so I'm gonna leave it set for that time. All right. And they may reach out to you with an agreement to try to have it all wrapped up, but right now we're gonna leave it on the 20th at noon.
Okay.
All right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Peninsula Place versus Brandon Bowe.
Present.
Let me see. All right, what is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, the balance inclusive of court costs is $2,657.42.
All right. And Mr. Bowe, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I was gonna pay 1,000 today. By the 24th, I was gonna pay another 700. I was trying to see if I can do like a payment plan and just I would say by the 23rd, I should have it all paid up.
Okay, so do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjourn you out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. Get the $1,000 paid. And Mr. Visconti, should they contact your office or should they be contacting your client?
Your
To
Honor, I'd
arrange-
ask that they contact Holly in the office, and then if there are payment plans that are proposed, she'll contact me and we'll see.
She'll go that way.
Finalized,
Okay,
yeah.
just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So Mr. Bowe, pay the 1,000 and then contact, I guess Holly, she's a popular person.
She's here.
Contact
She's
Holly.
waving.
Yeah, no, she's not on my screen right now. I did see her. All right. Contact Holly at the office and see if you guys can work out a payment plan, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Darian Fritz. Oh. Darian Fritz?
Hi, Your Honor.
Okay, there you are. All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
So Your Honor, Mr. Fritz's balance inclusive of court costs is $921.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
A combined effort of my paycheck and my state tax return. The or not the IRS, but the like refund tracker said that it's just taking a little bit longer, but that it's approved now and should be here within a few business days. I'm just not sure exactly when.
It's a government, of course, you don't know. So how much are you going to be able to pay?
I was just gonna pay it all in full, hopefully within the next week or two.
All right. Well, what I'll do is you contact the your rental office, and I'm going to adjourn it out 1 week to the 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. So if you haven't worked something out, well, even if you have worked something out, I still need you down here. But if you haven't paid it in full by then, you'll need to come down for the in-person hearing. Okay.
Okay. Is the 20th a weekday or yeah, it's got to be a weekday. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a weekday. I don't work the weekends.
Yeah. Okay.
No. All right. Well, I do, but not here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So it's the 20th. It's next Friday, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Kayla Berry.
I'm here.
Hate this double screen. All right. Okay, Mr. Vicente, what is the balance?
The balance inclusive of costs, Your Honor, is $812.
All right. Ms. Berry, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So I actually had made a payment yesterday. I paid the remaining balance on the payment portal. It said $737 and I paid that. So I'm not sure if
Okay,
that's still
so-
processing.
So you paid $730 yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. And so let's assume that goes through and you owe 812. When do you think you can get that difference paid?
Most likely by next week.
Okay, if you get it paid sometime before Friday, that would be great.
Yeah.
Get your balance at 0, and then they will dismiss the case out because you'll be all paid.
Okay, I just have a question. So for the payment, because I don't see the 812 on the payment portal, is that gonna like pop up the extra that I owe on there?
Yes, there's a $75 statutory attorney fee that my client will add to their ledger today after the hearing.
Okay.
Okay.
And that gets you about there. All right.
Yeah.
So here's what I'll do, ma'am. Is I'll adjourn this out March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay. If everything's paid, that's an in-person hearing, but if everything's paid, you don't need to come down.
Okay.
Okay. Don't look so happy that you don't come down and see me. That wasn't very nice. No, I'm kidding. All right. But you don't need to come down because they're gonna dismiss your case out. Okay. Okay, Miss
Okay.
Berry?
I do have one more question. I'm sorry. So if I
No,
was
it's
to
okay.
pay, let's say next Wednesday or Thursday, I know it takes time for the processing to go through all the way. If it's not processed in time, would I still have to show up?
If they have you at a 0, you don't need to be here.
Okay, and would I just check in with the office?
Yes.
Yeah, why
Okay.
don't you check in there?
Okay.
And then, all right.
Alrighty.
Okay. Take
Thank you.
care. Peninsula Place versus Tanya Jimerson. Jimerson?
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing very well. Thank you. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
So, Your Honor, the balance inclusive of court costs is $1,561.72.
All right. Mr. Jimerson, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So, I already spoken with Zach through Maps, and I got approved for them to pay my remaining balance and my March rent. But the thing about
So
it,
that was through who? MAP?
yes,
Okay.
yes. So, because I didn't qualify for Hawk because I made too much, so they sent
Yes.
agency, and Zach, he's just waiting for my call after this court. So, they just need an update on my court papers to because the ledger that he got, they added my March rent, but on top of my remaining balance that I owe. But they're willing to pay all of it, and plus my March rent, since I haven't paid on March rent yet. But they just need an update.
Right. They need an updated ledger.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I suggest that you go down to the office, get an updated ledger and get that over to them so that then they know the balance they would need to pay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, and let them know, because we've had some cases come through, there needs to be some type of communication sent to the landlord as well as yourself that they intend to pay the balance and exactly how much they are going to pay.
Yes, I talked to Holly yesterday, so she knows.
Holly knows everything, apparently. All right. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you. Peninsula Place versus Anthony Miller.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. All right. And what is the claim?
So, Your Honor, the balance inclusive of cost is $1,678.23.
All right. And Mr. Miller, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I paid $240 of what I got paid on Wednesday, and that's processing. I should have everything paid off by the 26th because I get paid the 25th at 1 in the morning.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. And what I'm going to suggest that you do in the interim is contact Holly, see if you can arrange a payment plan or a conditional dismissal. And then we'll go from there. But since it won't be paid by the 20th, you'll need to come down to the courthouse at that time. Okay, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. So when I pay half on the 19th of next week, I still show up?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but try to make sure that you're going to work something out with the landlord prior to that point in time. But if everything's not paid, I need to have it down here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Peninsula Place versus Anthony, is it Sindendo? The two S's for a reason. Same. Singendo? They are not here. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand. I don't think I've had you sworn. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth shall be got?
I do, Your Honor.
Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, I move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession only. Rent to retain in this case is $584.28. Costs are $177.72. Total redemptive amount $762. Possession only, please, with the writ to issue after the 23rd.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested with writ to issue 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Shatoya Cooper. Shatoya, she said she's here. Yeah. Shatoya Cooper. Miss Cooper?
She was, Your Honor. She's not. She's Motorola C.
I think that's Motorola C, is her.
Amy, I know Miss Cooper was here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's your name?
Shatoya Cooper.
Okay, she dropped it and then came in. Got it. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, inclusive of cost, $949.32 through the month of March.
All right. Miss Cooper, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I get paid tomorrow, so I was gonna pay it by tomorrow. If the office is
You're going to
open.
pay the whole thing?
Yes, sir.
All right. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to indicate in my file you're going to pay the balance by the 14th, 15th. And then I'm going to adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. All right. And that's an in-person proceeding, but if you paid everything, I don't need to have you come down, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peninsula Place versus Elisha Bowe. Or Boye, maybe. I don't know. Oh, he's here.
Sorry about that.
Well,
good morning, Your Honor.
Oh, it's okay. What's your name?
Elijah Boy, like a boy with an E.
Okay, like a boy. Got it. Okay. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, the balance inclusive of the month of March is $2,841.51.
All right. And how are you intending on getting that paid, sir?
I'm able to pay 400 of it today. I'm a full-time student, and I had some trouble getting my hours cut a little bit ago. But as of 2 or 3 days ago, I accepted 2 new positions at different jobs where I can work later hours. So ideally, I should be able to start paying that quickly in larger amounts.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn your case out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. So you'll need to come down to the courthouse if you don't have everything paid in full. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You said
I'm going to
that-
suggest
thank you.
that you contact Holly
Mhm.
and see if you guys could work out a payment plan. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Will that work? What are you studying?
Biology. I'm a junior.
Oh, biology?
Yeah, it's
Why?
a
What do
busy
you want to
major.
be when you grow up?
I'd like to be a pediatrician.
Doctor. Okay. You're in a room full of lawyers. All right, never mind. All right. All right, sir. We'll see you next week, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Peninsula Place versus Ashley Wang.
Wait. Hello.
Where are we? Hello. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, through the month of March, the total is $2,064.89, inclusive of court costs.
All right. Ms. Wang, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So my parents need no more help, but they can at the moment until end of March. I was respectfully asking if I can resolve the balance or make a plan, make a payment plan.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to talk to Holly and work out a payment plan. So I'm gonna adjourn this out to next week, the 20th, 2026, sorry, at 12 noon. Okay. And so I'm gonna suggest that you go down to the office, talk to the manager, and see if you can work out a payment plan. If the amount's not paid in the arrearage, you'll still need to show up at that time, okay?
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You as well. Thank you.
Court calls the case, Peninsula Place versus Ariel Fisher. Miss Fisher? Oh, there she is. Okay. And what is the claim in this case?
So Your Honor, the balance through March is $1,385.23.
I did just pay off $300. Well,
How much?
I just paid $310 on Wednesday, so I don't know if it processed yet. So that stands for my
$310?
Yes, $310.
Do you see that at all, Mr. Visconti, or no?
Give me just a second.
All right. All right. Well, he looks at that, Ms. Fisher. How are you going to pay off the rest of this? What was your plan?
Going to be asked, can I be placed on a payment plan? But also, out of that balance, 300. Well, actually, let me give you the right amount. $283.34 of that. I had a couple of concerns because I called the office multiple times, but I wasn't given a proper explanation of what I'm being charged for. These charges are coming from a vacant recent charges, and these charges had appeared once my other roommate has moved in. So I was wondering, was I being charged for her moving in? Because also my other roommate was being charged for that as well, and we both.
But are these joint and several leases? Is that the deal, or are these
It's
pods?
student housing, Judge.
Okay. All right. So it's student housing, but they're not in separate pods. They're where they each have their individual ones. It's a group. It's joint and several.
Right. And we have confirmed that $310.23 was paid, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Okay, so here's what I'm going to suggest you do, ma'am. I'm going to adjourn it out to the 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay. What I'm going to suggest you do is go down and talk to Holly. You're going to have to get in line. No, I'm kidding. Go down and talk to Holly, see if you can work out a payment of the other balance, of the remaining balance, and then discuss with her in detail the charges that you have some concerns about.
Okay. Also, when I did go down there like a couple of weeks ago, I don't remember the lady name, but she basically stated to me that they don't do payment plans. Because I asked, can I be placed on one to pay the rest of my balance since I ended up losing my job and I got a new one.
Okay, hold on. Does Holly know anything about that?
Your Honor, we will consider any reasonable payment plan. I'm not going to promise that anything's going to be approved, but if Ms. Fisher has something that she wants to propose, she should convey that to Holly, and Holly and I will talk about it and then let Ms. Fisher know.
Thank you.
Sound good?
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll see you next week at noon. Okay?
On the 20th?
Pardon?
That was the 20th?
The 20th, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Jacqueline Gardner.
Hi.
Hello. Oh boy, how are you doing, Miss Gardner?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
All right. What is the claim in this case?
Your Honor, the balance is $4,404.84.
All right. Young lady, how are you going to get this paid?
I was wondering if I could be placed on a payment plan and move out.
Okay, so you want to move out?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get caught up in a court timely manner. because I lost employment.
Got it. Okay. So when were you planning on moving out?
I can be moved out within a week. If you can give me like 7
Okay.
days.
So this is a possession only case. So you can certainly arrange to pay the back balance with the landlord, but if you move out by the 20th, they dismiss, and as long as you turn in the keys and give them possession of the premises back.
Correct.
Okay, how do I go about, will it affect my credit? How can I protect my credit?
Well, that may be a more complicated question. But I'd suggest that what you do is, if you're gonna pay off this back balance, that you talk to them and see if you can arrange some payment plan to get the back balance paid.
Okay.
Okay, so
All
what
right.
I'll do is I'll adjourn it out to the 20th, 2026 at noon. That's an in-person hearing, but if you're moved out by that time and have turned in the keys and they have possession, then they're gonna dismiss the case anyway. Okay, Ms. Gardner?
Okay, will I talk to them or you regarding the same issue with Ariel, the 283? Because I am her roommate and we're both confused on that amount.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Because we're on separate
Yeah,
leases.
you both may want to go down there and talk about that 283.
Okay, because when I went down there, Holly, they were in the middle of transitioning management. They just bought the complex and she wasn't really sure where it was coming from. So I didn't get an answer.
Okay, I think now she is. I think Holly knows everything.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Miss Gardner, you take care of yourself.
You too. Do you want to see the baby?
I know, I was gonna ask, but I didn't know. Oh my goodness.
He's almost 1.
No, he's not. Is he really?
Yeah, come May.
Oh man, look at that one. You know what? I should actually make you come down whether you move out or not to bring the baby. But I won't do that. I see you. All right. Thank you. Good luck to the
Thank
two of
you.
you. All right.
Thank you.
Peninsula Place versus Fatima. Is it Diwa? Diwa?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I mispronounced your last name, didn't I?
Everybody does. It's Diao, but it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'll try to remember. All right. What is the claim?
So, Your Honor, the balance through March is $1,745.93.
All right. All right, young lady, how are you going to get that paid?
So I just got employment, and with the help of my father, we're trying to pay half of the balance by next week and the other half by the end of the month.
God, I see what you're saying. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn it out 1 week. March 20th, 2026 at noon. Okay, that's an in-person proceeding, and you'll have to appear at the courthouse. What I suggest, if you're going to be able to work something out, that you go in and talk with Holly or talk with the manager there and make sure, well, she is the manager, but anyway, make sure, talk to her and see if you can work something out regarding that payment schedule. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Shayla Taylor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry about that.
Okay. Why was she screaming? I don't know.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. All right. What is the claim, Mr. Piscan?
So, Your Honor, we show a balance of $686.74 through March.
Gotcha. I just made a payment.
Okay. How much did you make?
I brought my balance to 0, but when I went on there, it said 611 this morning at like 8 a.m. So they could have added that $75, but
yeah, it'll show up today.
Okay, yeah, I paid it to 0, but then the 75 is probably on there, so I can get the 75 paid probably today. But does that count, or is it like is that a part of the rent, or is that just like the extra charges?
That's part of the court cost.
Okay.
All right, but if that doesn't get paid, then it's put on your rental bill
Gotcha. I will
Correct.
pay that.
You got that?
Yes.
Are you a student?
No, not right now.
Not right now? Okay.
Nope, I'm just
Oh.
working.
Just working. Okay. All right. I'll adjourn this to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. If you have that all paid and everything is paid to zero, I don't need you to come down to the courthouse. But if it's not paid to zero and you still owe something, you'll need to appear in person. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. You have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Consular Place versus Michael Pugh. Oh, yep, there he is. All right. What is the claim in this case?
Your Honor, the balance is $3,656.03 through the month of March.
All right, Mr. Pugh, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Oh, yesterday I had paid $600, and then Tuesday I applied for state emergency relief. They're still processing my documents. So
Got it.
until I hear something back from them, I could pay another $350.
Got it. Okay. So have you applied for through Hawk for any assistance?
No.
All right. I'm going to suggest that you call them and apply for assistance, because how many people are in your unit?
It's 3, but it's like individual rent, not
Separate leases.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So just so that you know, if it's just your lease, your state emergency relief, if they pay it, is only going to give you about $410.
Mhm.
Okay. So you
Okay.
got something right? You got something to write with, or something
Yeah.
that take down a phone number?
Yeah.
Okay. It's 734-961-1999. That's housing access for Washtenaw County. I'm going to suggest that you talk to them and see about if there's assistance out there that can help you pay down this balance, okay?
Okay.
All right. And if you do, but if you've applied for SER, you have a tracking number. And if you apply through Hawk, there's a form that came in your packet called a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out and submit that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Got it?
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to adjourn this to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon.
And is this in person or?
Yes, that is in person, sir.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Court calls the case of Peninsula Place versus Sanders. Hey, she's not checked in. And I mispronounced her first name. I can't say that. She is not here. You've previously been sworn. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I'd move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession. Rent to retain in this case is $5,523.34. Court costs are $177.72 for a grand total of $5,701.06. Judgment for possession only, please, with the writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the point. It's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Xavier Townsend. Here. Xavier Townsend? Oh, there you are. Okay. What is the claim in this case?
Your Honor, the claim in this matter is $3,954.23, inclusive of court costs.
All right, Mr. Townsend, how are you going to get that paid, sir? We have an Mr. Townsend, if you're speaking to us, I can't hear you. Pardon? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if you turn off your earbuds, that might work. Say
Yeah, I had
again?
to turn them off.
Okay.
Yes,
All right, sir.
Yes, sir.
How are you intending on getting this amount paid?
Yes, I was planning on paying off about 300 today, and I was planning on talking to Holly about a payment plan. I had
Okay.
called I had called I had called twice. I had called before like a month ago. I didn't get an answer, and then I called at the end of the month, and I was finally able to speak through one of the secretaries or staff members there, and I was told that they didn't do payment plans, so I would have to wait to speak to you about it. And I was hoping to potentially talk to Holly about getting on a payment plan, possibly paying about 900 for my next couple of checks, about 900 for my job.
Okay, here's what we'll do. I'll adjourn you out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's
Yes,
an
sir.
in-person proceeding. I'll give you that week to go down, speak with Holly, see if you guys can work out a payment plan or some other type of agreement. If the balance is not paid, you'll still need to come down to the court. Okay?
Okay, sir. And also, I was planning going through my job for like a possible grant, also for about 2,000. And when I file for that, if they approve it, I'll be able to use that also.
Gotcha. Okay. So you got a plan, and it sounds like you got a plan. Just got to wait for the pieces to fill in.
Yes, sir.
All right. Talk to Holly. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you. I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, goodbye.
Court calls the case, Peninsula Place versus Taylor Singleton.
Good
Yep.
morning.
There you are. Hello, Miss Singleton.
Hello.
All right. What's the claim?
So, Your Honor, the balance is $751.02 through the month of March.
All right. And Miss Singleton, how are you going to get that paid?
So here's the case. So prior to this situation, and I know you probably heard that the the property was sold to new management. So prior to this, I was experiencing charges on my account regarding the VCR charge, and in the leasing agreement on page 21, it states that $50 will be credited or added to the resident's account if DTE is not set up in their name. And for my case, me and my roommate were paying for service in another unit when moving in. So we were being charged. So basically it's an A side and a B side, and we lived on B side, but we were paying for utilities on A side. So it was reflecting as if we hadn't set up DTE. Given that, once we caught that in November, so I moved in August. So in November, we transferred over the service transfer over the utilities to our service unit, and all of the charges were then transferred to my unit. So it basically took some time to credit my account for the recent charges, and then the property got sold, and then our account was never settled. So given that we're
Okay.
in new management, they're like still working on those charges. And I did go to Holly when she first moved in to her position, basically speaking with her about those charges, and she informed me to reach out to Zigo, who was billing our account. Now, when I reached out to Zigo, they basically said, well, you were with American Campus Community, so you will have to reach out to them because like you didn't have a direct account through us. We were just billing you through them. So then I reached out to American Campus Communities, and they basically said, well, since the property has been sold, it is up to the new property management to credit the account. So yeah, here we are.
I got you.
I'm just like making sure because this is the longest case probably. Y'all just been moving on. But
but no, you were telling a great story, so I was gonna let you go.
yeah, so yeah, basically I contacted American Campus Communities. They said that it would have to be settled through the new property management. And just yesterday I spoke with Holly because I had went in to print out some papers, and she basically informed me that they have to go into the other unit in which we were paying for and like credit those charges to them. and then settle our account afterwards. So it was really just like a waiting game. And then in addition to that, speaking with Holly, she even said that she gave me a ledger about 2 weeks ago to see kind of like the charges on my account, and like began to follow up with me about that. And it was basically saying that I did have some late fees, that some of my charges did roll over into following months. So let's say, for instance, if I had a payment of $700, but my charge was $729 for a specific month, and that rolled over into the next month. Now, while that may be true, on our leasing agreement, it says that if a balance is over $100, then it will be subject to late fees. So if I had a balance that's $13 rolling over into the next month, or anything under $100, I wouldn't be subject to late fees. So I am basically
Taylor,
implying that.
Taylor.
Yeah.
All right, take a breath. All right, because I get what you're saying. Here's the only problem. I don't have any paperwork in front of me to be able to even follow the numbers that you're giving.
Okay.
You got it? Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna encourage you to go in and talk to Holly again. Okay? Just to see where everything's at, see if you guys can resolve it. I'm going to adjourn this to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. Okay? So then you can come down there, and if you haven't worked it out, then you can explain all of that to me. Okay?
One more thing before I go, because I'm actually a student and I have Friday classes, and I already missed this Friday to attend this meeting, and then I'll have to miss next Friday to attend another court appearance. So I just attended just because it said if I didn't, I may be like subject to eviction or something like that. And I just
Okay, hold on, just slow down. Go in and talk to Holly, and if you can't do that, what time is your class?
It's from 9 to 12.
9 to 12? Okay, so I've set this at 12. You're at Eastern?
No, I'm at University of Michigan.
University of Michigan?
Yes.
That's why you talk so much. All right, no, I'm kidding. What are you studying to be?
I'm getting my master's in public health.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so we'll make a note. I've set it at noon, right? Finish your class, get yourself down here. We won't do anything till you get yourself down here, okay? If you do that reasonably. That way you don't have to miss class.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Yeah. And then will I just bring all of these documents to the next meeting, and then this will be settled?
Bring everything you have so that I can take a look at it.
Okay.
Okay? All right, but make sure to go down and talk to Holly, see if you guys can work it out yourselves, okay?
All righty.
All right, thank you, ma'am. What is his claim?
So, Your Honor, the balance is $4,125.78 through the month of March.
All right. Mr. Brooks, how are you gonna get that paid?
I had lost my job, but I just currently got one, and I could pay $1,000 today, and I did apply for the SER, and I also could pay like $600 next week and continuously pay $600 every week afterwards.
All right. So you're gonna pay $1,000 today, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at noon. Did you call Hawk at all or no?
No.
All right. You got something to take a phone number down?
Yeah, give me 1 second. All right, I'm ready now.
Okay, 734-961-1999.
Okay.
Talk to them and see. You got to be under 3,000 if they can assist you, but it looks like you can get there, and see what they can possibly assist you with. The other thing that you need to do is in your packet, there's a form, a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out, put your SER tracking number on it, and file it with the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. And you said I got another court appearance next Friday at 12?
Yes.
Okay.
Next Friday at 12. That's it in person. So you'll need to come down to the courthouse. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Amy Dagny.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, hello. And what is
Hello.
plaintiff's claim?
So, Your Honor, the balance here is $1,681.12 through the month of March.
All right. Ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So I will be getting paid this Wednesday, so I'll be able to pay the 700, and then I'll just reach out to my mom for the rest.
You'll just be, I'm sorry?
So I'll be able to pay 700 this Wednesday, and then for
Yes,
the
ma'am.
rest, I'll just reach out to my mom to help.
Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
So 700 by the 18th. I'll adjourn this over to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. All right. If you have everything paid by that point, I don't need you to come down. That's an in-person hearing. If you don't have it paid, you'll need to come down to the courthouse, see what we can do, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Peninsula Place versus, is it Yaye Sisi?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
All
Hi, how are
right.
you doing
Did
today,
I?
Your Honor?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. And what is the claim in this case?
Your Honor, the balance through March is $1,799.43.
Say that again. I'm so sorry.
$1,799.43.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And how are you going to get that paid?
So next week, Wednesday, I'm planning on paying 900, and then the remainder I was gonna speak with Holly so we can set up a payment plan where I can pay at least 90 of the rest by the end of the month.
Got it. Okay. So what I'll do is pay that 900 by Wednesday. I'll adjourn this out to the 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person. She's still there.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Okay. So that's it. That's an in-person proceeding. So you'll need to come down to the courthouse and I will give you a chance to talk to Holly and see if we can work something out. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll see you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Peninsula Place versus Maya Manning. Nope.
Good morning.
Hello, Miss Manning. There you go. She got the technical things worked out. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, the balance through March is $2,846.19.
All right. Miss Manning, how are you going to get that paid?
So I had a work study and a job. So my work study check went to rent and my job went to my car because I'm financing it. So, but I don't have my work study no more, so I only have one job. So like the most I would be able to pay will be 500 on the 18th. But I am moving out at the end of this month. Well, by the
So you're going to pay 500, but you're trying to move out by the end of this month.
I am moving out at the end of this month.
Okay. So what I'd suggest you do is, if you're going to move out, this is a possession case. So they're just looking for possession of the apartment. Okay.
Yes,
So
Your
you
Honor.
might want to work out some arrangement in terms of the balance and everything. You pay the 500 and then work out how you're going to get that paid, and then work out some agreement so that it's just a move out. And if you move out, then the matter can be dismissed if you keep with your payment plans, or something along those lines. So what I'm going to suggest you do is I'm going to adjourn this out to the 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. I don't know why I can't remember. At 12 noon. And what I'd suggest you do is go in and talk with Holly and make sure that you're clear on the move out procedure, such as turning in your keys and the like. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
All right, see you.
Peninsula Place versus is it Hangamath? Is it Safiri? Yeah.
Yes.
What? All right. Hello.
Yes.
All right. There you are. Okay. What is the claim in this case?
Your Honor, the balance on this account is $759.10 through the month of March.
All right. And how are you intending on getting that paid?
I requested an interpreter.
I'm sorry?
I requested an interpreter. Interpreter.
Interpreter.
Interpreter.
Yes.
Okay. What's your language?
Farsi.
Farsi? Pardon? We can't dial in Farsi. Okay. So we will get you an interpreter, but I'm going to have to adjourn it out 1 week because I can't dial in Farsi interpreter. Okay.
But I requested before.
Okay. But our file is not marked for whatever reason. It's the first hearing, right?
Yes.
She would have had to tell the clerk's office when she appeared this morning. You were not.
Right. So, ma'am, in certain languages we can dial in and we could get the interpreter basically right away. That's not one.
What should I do?
Okay, hang on. So I need you to come back next week on the 20th, 2026 at noon. And we will.
On Zoom?
No, you need to appear in person. So just come down to the courthouse, but come all the way down to my courtroom. And we will have an interpreter. Pardon?
28th? 28th of March?
20th. The 20th of March, next Friday.
In the court, face to face.
And in the court at noon. Yes.
When exactly? At noon, when? The time?
Where?
When? The time?
12 noon. 12 noon.
12 noon.
12 noon. 12 noon, 28th of March, face to face.
20th of March. March 20th, next Friday.
Okay.
One week.
Friday. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Peninsula Place versus Travis Jones. Gotta keep some of these speakers here.
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Mr. Jones. What is the claim in this case?
Your Honor, the balance on Mr. Jones' account is $2,169.72 through the month of March.
All right. Mr. Jones, how are you going to get that paid?
So I need to apply for SRC. When I first moved here, they were changing management. And I submitted payment, but the person who I subleased from pretty much lied about the place, told me different things, and then also didn't tell me about me having to share utilities. So I would either need to work out a payment plan. I would need like extra time to pay because I didn't plan for that. And also I started, like a new position, a new job. So I'm getting paid more. So I would have to, I would need extra time to pay that. And if nothing
All right.
is working out, then
let me
I would,
ask you this.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Between now and next week, how much can you pay?
Nothing right now.
Nothing right now. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. You said you were going to do an SER.
Yeah.
And I'm going to suggest also that you contact Hawk.
Okay.
Okay. Let me give you that number.
I have the number already. Don't worry about it.
Have it? Okay. So call them, see if that can work out for you. I'm going to adjourn this to the 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. Now, the thing is that in your packet that you received is a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that rental assistance form out, put the tracking number of your SER, and submit that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay, and then if I'm also seeking an attorney to represent me by the 20th, I would just have them represent me on the 20th.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right.
All right.
And then if with the same thing goes with if I can work out a payment plan, I would go to the office.
Yep, you're always welcome, I guess, to go down to the office, try to work out a payment plan if they'll do one, okay?
Okay, what about discrepancies with the sublease I was given?
Well, I
We weren't
can't
a
deal
party
with
to
that
that.
now.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear
Yeah.
both at the same time.
I would just say if it was a sublease, I would presume that Peninsular Place was not a party to that. You were subleasing from another individual.
Yeah, and he basically he was supposed to do something on his end and he went missing and stopped replying to messages.
I can't give you legal advice because I represent the property.
Of course,
but
of course.
You may have a claim against the individual who subleased you the property.
Okay.
All right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
that's it.
Peninsular Place versus Destiny Burrell. Destiny Burrell, they are not here. You may proceed.
Thanks, Judge. I'd move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession in this matter. Rent to retain is $2,352.83. Costs are $177.72 for a grand total of $2,530.55. Possession only, please, with the right to issue after the 23rd.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with the writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsular Place versus Promise Johnson. I think I saw her.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Latoya Terry.
Okay. And do you reside with Promise or?
I am Promise's mother, and
Got
I
it.
was the one who co-signed for her. She is in class today. And so yeah. So yeah, she called the Bank of Mom We Trust. So that's why. And I love you. And I was like, oh, if I gotta go to court, I'd rather be in the court with him. So I'm
okay.
I presume you're talking to Judge Simpson and not me.
Yeah.
Of course.
I thought you were talking about Mr. Visconti. I don't know.
No.
All right.
I am a fan.
Well, thank you. Okay. So what is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, the balance on this account is $2,262.23 through the month of March.
All right, Miss Terry, how are we going to get this paid?
Yeah, so upon my daughter letting me know that she was in crises, I did pay half the balance. And I think that the kids have been able to operate under the previous manage in a way that I just don't even understand, but I'm not even gonna try to figure it out. But I did, me and my daughter discussed this. She understands how she's gonna move forward. I am going to pay the balance for her. I have no problem with her showing up to court next Friday on the 20th in person, because I will not have the balance paid by then, but I will pay it at the end of the month. And so she can come to court.
Okay. All right.
But I will pay her balance moving forward, and I'm just gonna set it up on auto pay. She's a good kid, she's a good student, just young, learning in first place. So
where is she in
I do
school?
pay her tuition. She is a biology major, minoring in botany. And so she's at Washington, but she's transferring back over to Eastern. So she's a good kid. Just I think the previous management just kind of let these kids operate if that make a mistake. And I'm hearing a lot of that on this Zoom call. So yeah, but I got it. I'm just gonna kind of handle it on the back end, and she will pay her rent through the summer as her default punishment. And this is delaying her in the new car. So she's delayed.
I almost feel sorry for Promise, because Promise is going to be paying for this for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, she
in one
just
way or
won't be in
another.
the car for a couple months. So she's supposed to get a new car. And her car went down, and guess what? That won't be happening.
Yeah. Wow. Poor Promise.
Yeah. Good kid though.
Anyway.
Good kid. And so she's gonna talk to you, Holly. I think she already talked to you. And so she'll talk to you, figure out the payment plan just for purposes of learning, but I am gonna pay the bill at the beginning.
I gotcha. I gotcha. And I'll tell you what, I have to appreciate that. I really do. It's gonna get paid, but you're right. They have to learn their lesson, right?
Yeah.
In some
I have no urgency to not keep her from going to court Friday.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm gonna set this March 20th, 2026, 12 o'clock. You tell her whatever you tell her. Tell her I'm mad.
Yeah.
And then that way she'll be terrified.
Yeah. Her older sister was like, Mom is busy. You need to tell her what's going on. Da da da. Like, so, but she like I said, she's just a good kid. She's just learning real quick, and she's fine. But I think a lot of it is the previous apartment folks kind of just let them pay whenever they want, like pay whenever. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell her that Judge Simpson has issued a warrant.
Wow.
She's like, yeah. So yeah.
Boy, Visconti's really going for the juggler. All right. All right. Okay, man. We'll see her next week at 12 noon on the 20th.
I will let her know.
I've got a daughter who's a senior in high school, so I can relate.
Yeah, it ain't. Yes. I'm not really even that mad about it. I got her. I mean, I got her back. That ain't no issue. It's just that they got lax with this last company, and it turns it. One thing that small turns big if you don't deal with it, and that's where we kind of are right now.
That's it. That's it. Well, your daughter's blessed to have somebody backing her like you. So we'll see her next week. All right. You take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Peninsula Place versus Samaya Eaton. Got it.
Hi.
Hello, Ms.
Can you
Eaton.
hear me? Hi.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
ma'am. No, it's okay. All right. And what is plaintiff's claim?
So Your Honor, the balance on this account through March is $779.13.
All right. Young lady, how are you going to get that paid?
I get paid. What is today?
The
Oh, that's
13th.
terrible. Today's the 13th. Friday. Okay, today's Friday. I get paid Tuesday. So
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And how much are you going to be able to pay?
I'll be able to pay off the full balance.
All right. By the 17th?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to put that you're going to pay the balance by the 17th.
Yeah.
I'm going to adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay. If you have everything paid off and you're down to a zero, you don't need to come down to the courthouse. But if it's not all paid down, then I'll need to see you at that time. All right. On the 20th.
Okay. All right. Sounds
All right.
perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Hawass Matesib. Not checked in. You may proceed.
Thanks, Judge. Move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession, please. Rent retains $1,518.26. Costs are $177.72 for a total of $1,695.98. Possession only, please, with the writ to issue after the 23rd.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Timothy Frank.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay, very good, Mr. Frank. All right, what is plaintiff's claim on this case?
Your Honor, we show a balance of $3,970.68 through the month of March.
All right. Young man, how are you going to get that paid?
So, firstly, start off today. After class, I am going to go door dashing with an amount of like $250. So whatever I make from DoorDash with the $250, when I make a payment today, then I go back to work Monday, and I'll be able to make a payment of like $350 the 19th. And then really I was gonna come up with a payment plan with Holly and try to get that balance down. And I also have applied for the SER. And then like I've heard through the court, they're probably gonna give me about 400. So really I'm just relying on the payment plan and I'll be able to get this bill paid. So
Okay. So here's a couple of things. First of all, make those payments that you're gonna make. Talk to Holly. The SER, if you're approved, yeah, it would be 410, but that you got to be approved for that.
Yeah.
The other thing is that in your packet, there's a rental assistance form. You need to fill that out, put your SER tracking number on it, submit that to the court by Wednesday. I'm going to suggest also that you call Hawk. Have you
I
talked
have
to
the number
Hawk?
for Hawk. Yeah, it's in the packet.
You
Right
have
here.
the, you heard
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Give them a call and see if you can get an appointment. I will adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. All right. If everything's not paid, you need to make sure to appear. That's in person, sir.
Okay, and then the address for like the courthouse, do you happen to have that for me, or I just look up
You mean
courthouse?
the address that I come to for the last 20 years for work? Do I have the address?
Yeah.
Is that's what you want to know? Yeah, I have the address. You want it?
Yes, yes.
All right. It's 4133 Washtenaw Avenue.
Washtenaw Avenue. All right, thank you.
Yes. All right. It's Ann Arbor, but we're proudly Pittsfield.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Cameron Lilly. Yep.
I'm here.
Okay. Hello, sir. All right.
How's it going?
And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
We show $3,048.93 through the month of March, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Lilly, how are you going to get that paid, sir?
I just got a new job and I could pay around $250 today. I could pay $250 today. And I want to know if I could set up a payment plan with Holly to get that balance down. And I'll be able to make payments every 2 weeks with my check.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. I'm going to that'll give you time to get those payments in and then also talk to Holly and see if you can arrange something. And that's an in-person hearing on the 20th, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Peninsula Place versus Yamaya Pilot. Pilot. Not checked in. You may proceed.
Thanks, Judge. I move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession. Rent to retain in this case is $2,706.03. Costs are $177.72 for a total of $2,883.75. Possession only, please, with the writ to issue after the 23rd.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Devontae Hughes.
Good morning.
Mr. Hughes?
Good. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
Good
Can you
morning.
hear me, sir?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
So, Your Honor, we show a balance of $663.72 through the month of March.
All right. Young man, how are you going to get that paid?
I paid $1,029.50 on the 9th, and if my calculations are correct, I owe on my app it shows that I owe $588.72.
And you probably have, yeah, and you've got an attorney fee cost that's not on there that got added on.
Okay, that's understood. I plan on paying it full by the 27th.
By the 27th?
Yep.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it out 1 week to the 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That'll give you time to go in and talk to Holly, see if you can work on a payment plan, and we can probably get rid of this by way of a conditional dismissal on that date. Okay?
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Got it?
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Peninsula Place versus Jace Johnson. Here.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, sir.
Yep.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim on this?
$1,781.19 is the balance on this account through March, Your Honor.
Love it. Mr. Johnson, how are you going to get that paid?
I could get that paid through my job I currently have, and plus my mother's help.
It's actually your mother's help in the job that you kind of have. All right. So that's how you're going to get it paid, right? All right. So how much can you pay by next week?
By next week, I get paid on the 21st. I can pay up to $750 or more.
All right, but you can't get that till the 21st. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. All right, that's an in-person hearing. So between now and then, you'll need to go in and talk to Holly. Okay, see if a payment plan can be arranged so you can get this all caught up.
All right, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
And is that it? Thank you guys for inviting your whole complex down to have a hearing today.
So, Your Honor, I think you should call Mr. Johnson first next week since he had to go last today.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. No, the way they show up. All right. And Holly, thank you for being here. I felt uncomfortable just calling you by your first name, but I tried not to broadcast people's last names out there. And you're gonna have fun talking to everybody. So
yes, I definitely will. Thank you so much for your time today.
all right, you take care. Mr.
Thank you.
Visconti, always a pleasure, sir.
Thanks, Judge. I guess I'll be seeing you next Friday.
Yes, next Friday, absolutely. Just bring a lunch.
Have a good
All right.
weekend. Thank you.
Take care. Court stands in recess. State your name.
Adriana Owens.
All right, and where are we with this case? There were repair issues.
Yeah, no one came. They didn't even call. So I called on Wednesday and they gave me the number to the contractor, told me to call. So I called, no one answered. And then maintenance finally called me yesterday saying that if I don't hear anything back by today, then to give them a call.
And I am not sure. I don't have the specific details regarding interactions with the contractor, Your Honor, or who was supposed to be contacting who. So, I mean, I don't have an objection if the court wants to set this over one more time. But I would, though, request that the rents be placed in escrow if Ms. Owens hasn't been escrowing the rent.
The rent is in escrow.
I'm sorry. No, she.
Oh, that was
She's
right,
been-
Your Honor. She did deposit it with the court with her motion,
Yeah,
correct?
she-
Yep.
She put up 35. I have 33,495.
And I just put another 16 in there.
1,600. Okay.
That's for the March rent.
Today.
Okay. Yep. That would make sense then.
So she's good. I'll put it
Yeah.
over March 27, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Okay.
And you said what's supposed to happen? You're supposed to do what today?
Hear from the contractor, I believe, Your Honor, to schedule a time.
Contract.
They could come in, and I believe it's the bathroom cabinet that needs attention, if I am not mistaken, but I'll defer to Ms. Owens.
Yeah, it was both bathrooms. One of them is the cabinet and then the sink bowl detached from the counter.
Got it. Okay. But today you're supposed to hear from the contractor, maybe.
That's what they said.
Got it. All right, let's see what they come up with.
Okay.
All right, Miss Owens. All right, you take care. Have a good weekend. Be safe out there.
Yeah,
Those winds are really kicking up. Harbor Woods versus Carlos Hatchett and Mariah Gibson.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Mariah Gibson.
All right. Where are we on this case?
Your Honor, total due with court costs $5,300.05. At the hearing on the 27th, I think Ms. Gibson had indicated that she was going to apply for rental assistance.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I'm still waiting to hear something back. I found 2 programs. One of them, they want me to get my rent balance down to 3,000.
That's Hawk.
Hmm?
Is that Hawk or SOS?
Hawk. So I'm going to do that today when I leave here.
Do what today?
Oh, go get a money order. I'm gonna get a money order for 3,000 today.
3,000?
Yes.
So you're gonna pay 3,000?
Yes. And then hopefully get the rental assistance when they send me a letter. Cause I already applied for one of them.
Okay, so
Sorry, Your Honor. I was going to ask if Hawk had set a meeting, if she had her formal meeting with Hawk yet.
okay, Ms. Dornbush, can you hear me?
Now I can, Your Honor. I was just wondering what happened. It looked like it froze up for a second there.
Well, we lost power.
Oh, no.
So I'm trying to figure out. We just lost it up there again.
Yeah, the TVs are dead.
So, yeah, right. I have 2 units on my bench, and one of them being my iPad. So that's what I still have here. But the question is Jabs recording or?
Jap says it's still recording. The mics are on, and I can see that the media room is still working.
Okay. So let's see how I'm going to do this. You see that the media room's still working?
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, you won't be able to see them, and I don't know if she's going to be able to hear either, but we'll give it a shot.
I mean, I can yell really loud, but I also don't want to yell in your ear. So
Yeah, no, I think we'll be good. I guess I may have to repeat what it is. So, young lady, come back. Are we on generator?
I could try and give you at least for the visual.
Oh, you can try to give a visual.
Yeah.
Okay, Polly's back.
If you would like me to try and dial the courtroom back in.
Yeah, why don't you? Hang on 1 second, Miss Dornbush, and you too. Okay. Yeah, because my Zoom is still up. And if that can go back in, then we'll be.
Welcome. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna hold that on.
Okay, so as soon as. But then
You are.
Okay, I gotta kill mine. That's it. Oh, I feel it. It's over there. That's. All right. I think I don't have that up, but I've got.
Sorry, we didn't see.
No, it's okay. I just have to switch my view on my. I think I got it. Okay. Back on the record in the case of Arbor Woods versus Hatchett and Gibson. Your name again?
Mariah Gibson.
Did you hear her?
I did. I heard the tenant. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, then we're good. All right. And so you were indicating that you were going to be able to pay 3,000 today.
Yes.
And then at that point, you believe that Hawk is going to cover you for the rest.
Yes.
Is that what they indicated to you?
Yes. So I make that payment, the $3,000.
Okay. You're planning on making that 3 today?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find no tribal issue. I'm gonna grant a judgment for possession for the total amount. Will indicate that writ will issue in 10 days. That will be by the 23rd. If defendant pays $3,000 a day, being, or I'll say by Monday, by the 16th, then writ date is extended to, let's see, if they, that would be the formal writ date. We're here at the ticket. Writ date extended to the 31st. So she should get a check out by then, or at least some form of payment. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, so you go pay $3,000 a day, let Hawk know that you paid it, and then that you have until the 31st,
Okay.
right?
Yes, thank you.
All right. River Ridge versus Craig Lambert.
Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay. Come on up. Oh, he is. Okay. Is he okay?
He's having a seizure. He has head injury and has problems.
Okay, well, we need to get somebody down here.
No, he's fine, honest.
Huh?
He's fine. He's okay. Just if you just make sure he doesn't fall, he's fine.
Sure.
Yes, I'm positive. I've heard this for a long time.
All right, your name?
Sandra Lambert.
Okay, and this is a termination of tenancy action.
It is, Your Honor, and I sent over to the court this morning, a few minutes before, Your Honor took the bench, actually, the signed consent judgment by all parties, indicating, an agreed upon move out date of April 30th. The one thing I did not do, Your Honor will note if the judgment, Ms. Weidling had indicated she was gonna print it for Your Honor. So if it's before
Yes.
Your Honor, you will see that I did not check the box regarding the advising of rights, MCR 4.201J. I'm happy to do that now, or if Your Honor prefers to do it, but that does still need to be done.
You can go ahead and do that.
All right, so Ms. Lambert, there are some rights that you need to be aware of in this type of action. That being that you have the right to an attorney, you have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. And because you don't have an attorney representing you in this action currently, you have 3 business days before the judgment that we signed and submitted to the court becomes final. During that 3-day time frame, if you felt like there was a good legal reason as to why that judgment should be set aside and the case reopened, you could file a motion with the court setting forth those reasons for the court to consider. It doesn't mean that they would grant it. It means you have the right to make the request. You also have 10 days to appeal this judgment to a higher court. Do you understand those rights or have any questions about those?
All right.
I do understand.
All right, very good. Then I will sign the judgment.
Good.
All right?
Be done. Thank you.
All set.
Thanks.
And Your Honor, I would just also note that there was a page 2 to the judgment. I believe that Mr. and Ms. Lambert may have a copy of it in their possession already, and it just explains the 90-day time frame under the just cause statute.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
You got that? Okay. Okay. Ma'am, are you gonna need some assistance with him or?
No, we're just gonna sit for a while till he comes out.
Okay.
Fine, honey. Thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome. Stay there. Court calls the case of Sile Farms versus Alicia Clark. Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Alicia Clark.
All right. And submitted what application was this? Did you give this to the court?
Yeah. Yes.
And that came from I see. That's your tracking number. So I don't have the form, but you gave me your tracking number. You're entitled to another adjournment. So you haven't heard anything from them?
I haven't.
How much is currently owing?
$13,219.83.
All right. Okay, ma'am. I don't know.
When we,
Pardon?
sorry, when I came the last time, I'm waiting on my tax refund because I had to do the I'm sorry, I'm exhausted.
You had to do something, was it an identity
Verify identity.
fraud?
Yes.
Yeah, you had to verify.
And so it says there now it's been processed, and I checked it today. They just don't have a date yet.
You don't have a date yet?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
And I hadn't heard back from the property manager either, because remember I told you I had filed bankruptcy, so I don't owe anybody anything, but she wasn't renewing the lease, so but I didn't get a reason to why, because that was the only thing that I had got, which is fine, but the lease would be up on the 31st of this month anyway, so I would have to find somewhere to move.
all right. Since you submitted the proof of application, it's not processed through. I'll adjourn this out to the 27th, 2026 at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Hopefully your taxes maybe will come through or something like that.
I'm hoping. I'm also in, I have a deposition too for the car accident that happened in SIO from a drunk driver for the settlement
Gotcha.
as well on the 20th.
On the 20th. Okay. All right. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping my son is able to see you as well. Doss is his last name.
Okay.
At work right now. He couldn't come. I don't know if he's on. Yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because he's at work and I have to go to school, so.
Okay.
To make sure, but you should have I submitted his application for assistance as well.
Adjourn it to the 27th. Actually, I'm adjourning it to the 20th. I don't have a week off.
So come
To the 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m. ma'am.
come on the 20th at 1?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
They're gonna deal with that. That's what I thought. All right, Ms. Dornbush, because of circumstance here in the courtroom, I've got to take a recess, so I'm gonna come off the bench. And they're
Understand.
gonna do, I'll come back. All right, court's in recess.